Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
On the hill in Irvine, before the whistle, with my esteemed guest. I tried to put together this list before of everything you've done, and it's impossible. When we had our show at Car Creek last year.
You embarrassed me greatly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ref, coach, AD, like teacher, you name it. And Manus Blair has done it. But with me tonight, of course, Coach Manus Blair. And what better place for us to be together than here in Whitesburg on the hill with this beautiful setup behind us. You can see here as the Cougs came out in the all-black tonight, and I love the all-black look with the matte black helmets. They're looking sharp tonight, ready for Bell County. Huge matchup, and you told me you were just up in the press box. You can't move in there.
No, there's a lot of people out there, and somebody's going to see the game. I don't know what direction they're going to come from, but please tune in to Hometown 24.
Yeah, there's a ton of media outlets tonight covering this one, but I promise you, Hometown 24 has the best feed and the best stream. It rivals ESPN. Yeah. Josh Cornett, I got to shout out Josh Cornett tonight. He actually, did you get one of these?
I did.
Ah, dang it.
You thought it was exclusive, but it's not exclusive.
I thought I got exclusive gear. So shout out to Josh tonight. He actually got me this hoodie, and he told me to wear it with pride.
You won't need it tonight, but there will be other nights that you will need it.
Well, I rolled up here tonight with the intentions of, I'm putting this thing on when I get up there. But, man, it's hot up here on the hill.
Oh, yeah. And that sun. The
sun comes right in on top of you.
But no rain.
Yeah, no rain, and that's the important thing.
No thunder or lightning, like
yes.
last Saturday for me.
Well, and you were there.
I was there.
And this is a perfect segue because the first thing we're going to talk about is the Kentucky Wildcats, of course, on Cat Talk. And who better to talk Cats with than you, because you are a regular, right?
I'm a regular.
A season ticket holder?
I've been a season ticket holder for a long time, probably longer than you've been on this earth.
So I'm interested. Is Coach Stoops said last week, post-press conference at like whatever time, 2 a.m., said that he had never been a part of any type of delay or game situations like that in his entire career. And he's been coaching for a long time with Coach Stoops. Have you witnessed in your time?
The Louisville opening game when it was 95 degrees and they were literally people were dropping like flies.
Passing out in the stands.
Yes, and, we did have some, I guess it was thunder boomers or whatever that they cleared everybody, but nothing like that has ever occurred to me. I've been there when it snowed. I've been there when it's 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Sure.
I've been there when we're lucky to have 30,000 people starting off the game. So, it was a surreal.
So kickoff was supposed to be at 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30.
And it was at 10:05.
Yeah.
It was at 10:05.
Yeah, and it's just it was just a bad situation for everybody involved, including the fans. And they first said you couldn't come in, then they said you could come in, but you couldn't go in the bleachers.
Right.
They shut down all the
sessions. They shut down the beer stands.
They shut down the beer stands, and people get probably more irate about that than anything. But and you know, then people sat there for a while and they practiced the new lighting, which was really cool up to a point, and then after a while it becomes old news.
Like, hey, come on.
Yeah,
I know we got this lightning and music, but it's just not enough.
But it was a good start for Kentucky, but of course they needed a few more reps and needed some reps from other people.
And that's the thing too, is like now you're catapulted into, you know, most years here recently we've been able to have this 3 or 4 weeks where we get some really good snaps and you know, we get some reps against maybe minimal competition or good competition, but at any rate, you're getting a whole lot of snaps before you enter SEC play. And now with this year, and you could probably attest to the addition of Oklahoma and Texas a little bit, is now second week. Here we are, you know, South Carolina and the Gamecocks coming to town. I don't know. Do those missed 2 quarters hurt you tomorrow? I mean, it was 31-0.
Yeah, but you know, the backup quarterback did not get any of the reps. Wimsatt did not get any reps.
Right.
Some of the backup running backs, some of the backup linebackers, and some of the frontline people, and. I don't think it's going to hurt dramatically. I don't think it puts them way behind the ball. But like you're saying, you know, here you are at the second game of the season, and it's almost a must-win for Kentucky. South Carolina, who is going to be probably our next year when the schedule goes to 9 games, they're probably going to be the only team we face every single year as our rival. So it intensifies. Of course, there's not a whole lot of love between us and South Carolina. The coaches South Carolina and Stoops and, you know, the sunglass deal and all that stuff. But anyway, I think it's a really good game, and it comes at a time where a lot of people are going to be watching at 3:30 tomorrow. Throughout the nation, because there's not a whole lot of conference games. You know, you got Texas,
not a lot of good.
You got Texas, Michigan playing tomorrow.
That's a good one.
You got North Carolina State, and you got Tennessee. That's going to be a good game. So, you know, it's a good game. It becomes an even better game if we win it.
Absolutely. Are you going? You going to be?
Oh yeah.
I'm actually. Me and Whitney we're going to wake up early, and we're actually going. You know, there's not many opportunities with basketball. And the schedule with our girls, and there's not just many opportunities that we get to go. So tomorrow I'm going full bore. You know, please don't come the storm. And I'm not saying that I'm participating, but don't shut down the beer lines.
No.
I mean, the one thing that I saw from everybody the next day, that night, was like, why are they shutting down the beer lines? It's the one thing that can make me happy in this instance. And I thought it was a fair point.
Well, it's an SEC rule that any time that occurs that they shut everything down. I guess it's for safety purposes. Purposes, I would imagine.
In the same way it can make everybody happy and make everybody mad.
But, you know, the thing about UK football, and it's an event, you know, a family event and those kinds of things, it just took away from a lot of it because the 2 or 3 children that were beside of me were asleep. Yeah. You know, by the time halftime comes, they're asleep.
How was the crowd at 10?
The crowd was really, really good. I was really surprised. It was a late arriving crowd, I guess, because they did catch word that the game had been delayed. But, you know, when you're starting to put 63,000 people in there and you stay there for 2 hours and all you hear is the same music coming over and the light show only can go so long. And, you know, I thought it was a really good representation of the Big Blue Nation.
Score for tomorrow?
28-14.
28-14 Cats.
Yes, it will not be a high-scoring football game.
I love that score. I'm going to go, since you go in 28, I guess I'll go like 27. Is that fair?
No.
A couple field goals, like 21 and a couple field goals, so maybe I'll go 27. Yeah. And I'll give South Carolina 17.
I think
27-17.
I think it's
you got 28-14.
I think it's going to come down. I think at halftime it's a one score.
Sure.
Well, either way.
Sure.
I think what it comes down to is, and I was just talking to Coach Matthews about it, I just think that when it comes right down to it, it is South Carolina's defensive line against our offensive line. If we can block Stewart, who is a 5-star freshman that comes in, and contain him, whether it be chipping or whatever it may be, I think we can be effective enough in the run game and effective enough in the passing game that we can put up 4 touchdowns against them.
Not to take too long on the Kentucky Wildcats, but give me a grade A through F on your first impressions of Vandergriff, quarterback.
B.
B. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more accuracy.
I think
Love his tenacity and he's headstrong.
I do, but
he plays
he's
hard.
not as big as Levis, and he's trying to run through. He cannot do that in the SEC.
Every game, yeah.
If he
I
puts
agree.
his head down, he'll be doing the same thing Levis did
Yep.
his last year. He's going to have turf toe. He's going to have a broken finger.
Yep.
He's going to have a bad shoulder. And then you don't produce the way you can produce. And
Well, you're right. It happened to Levis, right? It's like,
it happened right in front of me at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
he just never was the same,
No,
rolling into his
no,
last season, which
no.
was really sad to watch. And, I mean, poor guy, he tried to play through it.
But, that's a very short sample.
Yeah.
So
You're right. And, I mean, I'm sure his coach, they're talking this over, right? It's like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you can't put your head down and absolutely bore
but
over
he's
people
going to
all the time.
Bush says he's going to run the quarterback a whole lot. So,
And that brings up your point of our other quarterback, our transfer from Rutgers, who's very good from what I understand at that
And
RPO as
bigger.
well, and bigger and made to do it. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe we mix him in for a few snaps.
and I thought we'd see that package, and that's one of the things that we didn't see as a result of the game being ended that quickly.
Sure. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so you've heard it here first. The Cats win tomorrow and go 1-0 in the SEC and 2-0 overall. And that's sort of like –
Now, don't bet on FanDuel using my numbers.
heck, I'm using them. Are you kidding me? You're a 30-year season ticket holder. I don't know who else I'm going to trust with the Kentucky Wildcats. All right, and that's the week that was for the Kentucky Wildcats and the week that will be, which takes us to our Friday rerun of what was in high school football last week. And I'm starting with the game that you were on, you and Coach Jim McCauley and Coach David Adams, and I'm sure it was amazing to watch and see from the last year, the matchup of the Knott County Patriots and the Jackson County Generals, or as Wes would call them, the Gens. So it's like, it's kind of weird situation last year where there was a rain delay and they just picked the
59-22 in a mud fest.
In a mud fest,
After
like
midnight.
high score, like 70-plus points and after midnight in the mud.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so for last week, I thought most impressive, maybe more than any other score that I've seen thus far this season, was Knott County taking care of Jackson County 43-28 at home. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on that one?
Well, Coach Mullins has talked over and over about defense, and I saw a lot of good things on the defensive side, and I'm sure they'll continue to happen. It's great that they're 2-0, and they've got that nice facility now.
And they said it's not happened since like the late 90s.
No, and they play Lean Camp tonight for a possibility of going 3-0.
Yeah.
But I thought Knott County Central's speed is deceiving. Until they get out there, when you have Ambergy and you have both Ambergys, Mason and Chance.
Yep, they got both Ambergys.
And you've got Shane Gibson, Michael Gibson, and
Rob.
then you've got Average. And, those, I've seen them 2 weekends in a row.
You have.
And
We live in Hyman.
Yeah. And, I just think it is so important for the people of Knott County to get behind their football program with such a nice facility. What do you want to see 10 years down the road? And you want to see where they're contending for regional titles in football. I'm sure that's the intent. They wouldn't have put that much money into their facility if they didn't see that vision.
And so, it's a testament to their investment and having the forethought and the vision to put it together. And it's nice to see it come to fruition in Hyman for the Knott County Central Patriots.
And you don't have to worry about the mud fest.
And you don't have to worry about any mud whatsoever. That place is tip-top. There's no mud creeping in that spot.
No.
Just to run down the stats really quick, Gage Short, who's had a great season so far, 188 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Shane Gibson, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Chance, speaking to that athleticism, 114 yards receiving and a touchdown. And then, of course, on the defensive side of things, leading the way as far as the tackle column, Zeke Hurley with 13 tackles. So shout out to the Patriots, man. And just a sophomore, going to be a monster. Our next matchup, also a little bit of a surprise for me. Has Hazard exceeded expectations? They won last week with Coach Matt Chandler versus Harlan County in Harlan. They're in Baxter, 33-0. Any surprises? Do you think that's a surprise, or do you think he had enough coming back that people may have saw this coming?
I don't know. I'm pretty close to Matt.
Yeah, I know, right? You're really close to Matt. I love Matt. I'm telling him, like, after every game, I'm like, dude, I got you. Like, let's go.
But, I think they have exceeded initial. I mean, how can you foresee? You won one game last year. Yeah. They have worked tremendously hard in the weight room. They've worked tremendously hard on things, just technique and culture
building. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, just building things up. And you know that, being at a small school, what you have to do sometimes. Sure. Because you have that small school mentality that we're not good enough.
Right.
Hazard's had that tradition in football.
Yeah.
And I think they've exceeded expectations.
I think so, too. Max Pelfrey.
And Harlan County, you go to Harlan County and win 33-0.
33-0. It ain't like you went in there and played around. No. They went in there and took care of business. No. Max Pelfrey, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. Memphis Blankenship, a name that I will always say that I love in the local coverage area, 74 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Javon White, 150 yards and a touchdown. It's a name that I keep seeing pop up on the Hazard scoreline both Friday nights. Be interesting to see what happens this Friday night. We'll talk about that more in our prophecies. Connor Holbrook, 79 yards and a touchdown. Gavin Johnson, 51 yards and a touchdown. And we had two dogs that led the way in tackles, Raceland with 14 tackles and C.J. Simpson with 14 of his own. And Big Kenyon Higgins, who I love to see on the basketball court as a physical presence, is making his presence known on the gridiron. He had 13 tackles and a sack. Next, in what was a closer game than what many would have suspected, as the Cougs went and traveled to Ramsland and Raceland and took on a formidable opponent who is year in and year out in competition for the state championship in single A football. And they might be a little bit down this year. You saw that opening score with them and Ashland Blazer was a little disappointing for the Raceland side. But still, that tradition they carry up there, I'm not sure many people thought Letcher Central could go up there and play as close as they did in a final of 21-14.
Yeah, Raceland had lost their 4-year quarterback.
Yep.
Still struggling on the offensive end, and anybody that watched it or went to watch it saw that as well.
Right.
Raceland, of course, my son-in-law is the assistant principal at Raceland High School. So
what a small world.
Yeah, definitely. But anytime, once again, you can go on the road.
Yep.
And you play that competition. Unfortunately, during that game, of course, Brett Smith, who is an important aspect of the defense and offense of Letcher Central, was ejected. And I talked to him today.
Oh, so he's not playing tonight.
He's not playing tonight, which throws us, kind of killed her into it.
Which hurts.
Yeah. I just think, and Coach Matthews would probably agree, that they just couldn't get offensive continuity and things going. But 21-14, the defense played well enough to win the football game.
And from what I understand,
and it was 14-14, and
well, he said it was 7-6 forever. And then at the end of the second, Raceland put together one drive and then got the ball back after the half and was able to put another one up, and that was the difference in the game.
It definitely was.
Gunnar Holbrook, 122 yards and a touchdown, another solid performance on that end from Gunnar. Colby Johnson, another solid performance, 72 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And Gavin Speedy Brown, 69 yards and a touchdown. Always love giving him a shout-out. Great kid from Neon. On the defensive side, Garrett Howard.
5'4", 120 pounds.
Yeah, something like that. And on defensive side of the ball, leading the way was Garrett Howard with 16 tackles. And I do want to give a quick shout-out. And I saw Mike Adams out here, who we used to call Toe back in the days. Great kicker. But Emma Adams.
7 of 7.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Emma out here kicking extra points. I'm excited to get to watch her kick a couple tonight, as I've not really get to watch her yet. But I mean, what an amazing at what would you traditionally call Letcher Central a large school and a competitive football team. Mm-hmm. We have Emma out there, man, just bravely kicking those extra points and just getting it done, being efficient, scared of nothing.
And it makes a big-time difference.
So cool.
Big-time difference.
So cool. So that was Letcher and Raceland. We got predictions coming up for Letcher and what's getting ready to happen tonight. And Bell County makes the trip over the hill here to play the Cougs. All right, then we had another interesting one, and one that I did not predict. It went complete other direction, but Breathitt and Perry, 52-35 in the Honey Bowl at home on the riverbank. Perry takes care of business. 52-35. Are you shocked by that one?
I was shocked
completely
by it. And,
Me too.
You know, in between breaks, we would pull it up to kind of look at it. And
couldn't believe it.
I just could not believe it. You remember last year I picked Perry Central
and Breathitt
to be Perry Central to be the team that would impress the most that people weren't giving credit to. And, of course, I kind of jinxed them. So this year I've kind of settled.
Well, and they lose guys like Kaiser Sloan. They lost Noah Kilburn.
But
I think what's happening that we saw last week is they got back to a Mark Dixon identity. This is grounded, pounded out, like just create a hole and go.
But 53 points.
Yeah, 50-plus points. Like,
on the riverbank.
On the riverbank.
Yep.
I mean, I just can't. In the Honey Bowl.
Yep.
So, at any rate, real quickly, I'll give touchdown shout-outs to Breathitt County coming up in a bit. Passing for Perry, Aaron Johnson, 154 yards and a touchdown. So they were effective through the air. But, man, rushing the ball, they had 5 total touchdowns, 2 from Caden Gibson and 177 yards, 2 from Colin Combs and 114 yards. So between those two dudes, you're nearly giving up 300 yards rushing. And Aaron Johnson also got one on the ground. Receiving, Derek Fields stepping in that gap, 132 yards and a touchdown. And defensively, Nolan Rice with 15 tackles. So I just think that Perry found an identity last week. And Breathitt
needs to find that
needs to find it. Miles Holland had a touchdown. Jaden Gibson, Braden Barnett had a touchdown each. Eli Thomas with the touchdown through the air. But, Breathitt kind of went through this last year. Yeah. They had some guys quit, had some guys not come out, I guess, and, like, missing a few pieces they thought they would have.
End of the season on a better note.
End of the season, they figured it out. So I'm interested to see if Coach Kyle Moore, and you know he will.
But
he'll figure this out.
I'm sure he's disappointed. But at the same token, who else has started with Belfry and Perry Central?
Nobody. I mean, nobody.
And, he's got a tough schedule and everything to get him ready for the district play.
It's like we've said for the past 2 weeks, like Breathitt doesn't necessarily look immediately at the regular season schedule. They look beyond that.
And that's what you have to do.
And then lastly, on our coverage area Friday night rerun, Leslie, from what I understand, was down 18 in this game up on the hill in Floyd County and dramatically comes back to beat Floyd at Floyd 41-26.
Given up for dead.
Yeah, and then miraculously, like, hey, we just figured it out. And from what I can tell on paper is they finally told Landry Collette, you know what, brother, just go run wild. And then he went and did it. He only had 106 yards passing, which is not a typical night for him, but he had 114 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns on the ground, did Landry Collette. Noah Kilburn still had 48 yards receiving. Jaden Hacker, who is a name that we bring up every week on the defensive side of the ball, but he's also been doing sneaky stuff offensively, but he had 13 tackles and an interception. And then a big play from Ryland Sampson, from what I understand, with the pick 6 that kind of helped in that 18-point comeback. Leslie is just a team right now. I just can't seem to, like, I want them to be so good, and for whatever reason on paper it just hasn't clicked yet, but maybe that momentum will carry over.
And once again, we're still early. I think you see the biggest development between the second and third games.
Right.
You've got video of what you've done in the previous games. And, some kids, it takes a while for them. And if you've got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores,
right,
it takes them a while. It just takes them a while.
And they lost some big pieces. I mean, they lost Pugh on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
And I mean,
centerpiece
this
of the
kid,
defense.
this kid had 150 tackles last year.
Oh, yeah.
So at any rate, That concludes our Friday rerun. From what I understand, we have a special interview coming up.
We do.
And so we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we got a quick talk with the new athletic director of the Letcher County Central Cougs, and we're going to talk him up a little bit and see maybe his thoughts on how this game, this huge matchup is going to go tonight, and if we can create some space in the media box maybe for Manus and the boys. And then coming, we got your touchdown rundown highlighting all the hometown touchdowns that were scored last week, and then finally, of course, your primetime preview and, of course, your prophecies. It's not Wes Smith. It's even better. Coach Manus Blair will probably get them mostly right, Wes. When we come back on Before the Whistle, don't go anywhere.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On Before the Whistle, we play no games. That was the quickest change in history, which I don't have to tell anybody that Manus is Superman, but he was gone. We said we got an interview. He was gone.
Ready to go.
And entered is, of course, new athletic director, and I have to say, I mean, a person that I would absolutely call my brother before anything else, but a great friend of mine, and we go way, way back. You won't believe this, but I watched highlights. I don't watch the highlights. We had some dead time during homeroom, and a couple of the boys love to pull up Whitesburg 2002.
Oh, yeah.
And so we saw some highlights, and you flashed across the screen, and we were watching a girls' game in Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
And me and you both were on the screen, and they were like, "Was that Blake?" I was like, "Yes, that was Blake." Yeah, absolutely.
Probably had something painted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some body part painted.
Absolutely, body painted. And we're in the crowd just screaming our heads off for the ladies, for the Lady Yellow Jackets. But, man, congratulations on this new job, on the new role. And I know me and you being hometown local guys, there's nothing that means more like being able to work and thrive at your home school, in your hometown. And you're probably now with the biggest responsibility, one of the bigger responsibilities in this hometown district now.
Yeah.
Just maybe initial thoughts. I know me and you talked, and I know there's like you almost get it's hard not to get emotional when you put so much into that. Like me and you talking about going all the way back to the Whitesburg Yellow Jackets, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It means a lot.
It means a lot, yeah.
So, tell us your initial thoughts and how you feel. And don't be distracted by Kyle Maggard.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because he will try to lay down a distraction, and we won't have it.
I'm so glad the people can't see that.
We won't have it. You don't want to see what's going on behind the camera.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, so, I'm a pretty emotional person anyway, so,
sure.
Yeah, you know that. But, it really means a lot. And I told Miss Yance that when she offered me the job, I told her that I just wanted her to know she'd changed my life. And, that's true. I wanted nothing more than to be able to stay here,
Sure.
from start to finish. And, hopefully that'll be the case. Just try to work every day to prove my worth to the kids and to the district.
Now, Manus told me, and speaking before the game, his phone is going off when he was AD at like 5:30, and then it's going on at 11 o'clock at night. Can we vouch?
Absolutely.
Is there legitimate?
Never
It's
stops.
legitimate?
Never stops. My phone was ringing when I put the key in the door this morning to go into the office. And it never stops. Never stops.
Especially on Football Friday, and you got the Bell County Bobcats coming to town.
Yeah, Football Friday's insane. And with Bell County being here, we've got 4 streaming services here, 2 radios. It's tight as a tick in the press box.
That's what Maina said. That
How
was
does the summer tick?
The first thing he said was, "Man, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to fit in the media room."
Yeah, I don't know. We may have outkicked our coverage on that, but I'm not going to tell them no. They called, say they want to come. We're going to let them come and showcase our athletes.
Do you think that football? I guess this is a fair question. I mean, they're all going to be very different in looking at each sport. But obviously, Southeast Kentucky and you know, just in general, everybody puts the emphasis on football.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how you feel about it, it's factual. You know that the emphasis goes on football. Have you gauged, like, has that been difficult, or do you think there was a lot of things in place already that's kind of really helped in that regard?
Well, no doubt there was things in place. I mean, you know, Jim Bob did an excellent job, and Manus before him, and you know, you go all the way back to Melton and Oz. I mean, it's big shoes. So, yeah, but I mean, they had a ton of things in place. You know, but just with anything else, I mean, communication is key, and you know. I mean, I just be honest with people. I mean, you know, sometimes coaches may not like the truth, but I think they appreciate the truth. And you know, you got to balance. You got to balance gym time, field time. You know, all that. It's tough.
And I think that's the biggest part, right? Is like you're making decisions. You know, and you got to do that in a truthful, honest way. Yeah. You know, and sometimes you got to dull the blade a little bit, and sometimes you can't. Yeah. You know, and sometimes you can't, and that's the part of being a leader.
Yeah. And you just have to be comfortable with making those decisions and living with the outcomes.
I think in any point of time, I'm going to be candid about this, but in our time together in coaching basketball, for those of you that don't know, me and Coach Blake Mason, we won a district championship together. So, so it's like. I think a lot of people didn't realize this, but some people did, was that I'm like this really nice guy, and you're like this really nice guy, but you were the one guy that I could always count on to tell me the truth. Yeah. You know, without, you know, you were the one guy to tell me, hey, this is going to work or this isn't, and I didn't, and I could take it to the bank that, you know. And I think that's what goes into being a great leader and especially a great athletic director. Yeah. So I think you're going to be great, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm happy. It's been a crazy couple of weeks for sure. I mean, 14,
do you think
14, 15-hour days.
You think at some point it'll cool off?
They say it will, but I don't know when that's coming. Yeah, I don't know. They keep saying it'll ease up, but I don't see it.
At least not for football season.
No.
But then basketball season, it's just as much.
No different. It's no different. It's not going to stop. I think they're just trying to. I think they're just trying to fluff it up a little bit for me.
I pray for you. Yeah, we don't want you out the door already, right? Yeah. We want to keep you reeled in.
Yeah.
Thoughts about the Jumbotron?
Oh man, it's amazing.
They said they finally. I was talking to Tom Watco beforehand. He said it's finally like all there and all together.
Yeah. Well.
So we can expect some different stuff on it?
Yes. Okay. So the opening week against Valley, we buttoned everything up probably about 1 o'clock that day.
Right.
So I mean, we were really up against it. You know, I mean, it was ready to go, but
you were just figuring it out.
That was, I mean, that was basically like a demo mode. I mean, you know, we had some things in.
Sure.
But, yeah, we've got a lot more stuff in for tonight. You know, sold a lot more ads. I mean, people want to be up there and be seen.
Sure.
And a lot of our community members, they're great about supporting us. And, you know, you call them and they're like, yeah, let's do it. You know, what do you need?
And that's a big part. That's a big part of making that work, at least from that end.
Yep.
Before I let you go, prediction tonight? I know you know Bell County. Me and you both know you can't sugarcoat it. We know but what Bell County brings.
Yeah, well, Bell County is Dudley. So
is Dudley.
Like I asked.
And a tradition of greatness.
Yeah, I asked Joey yesterday. You know, what do they have? He said, well, they have Dudley. So you know the rest of it. I mean, you know, honestly, I can't. I don't know. You know who their standout athletes are, but no disrespect to them, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because you've got Dudley.
Right.
You know, it's plug and play with this athlete or that athlete, but as long as he's at the top, I mean, you know, Bell County's dangerous. And as far as we go, I mean, you know, we've got athletes all over the field. I've heard a lot of people say that this is the most talented skill position-wise that they've seen us in 6 or 8 years.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to agree with that. I mean, you don't have Brett tonight. But
it hurts not having Brett, right?
Yeah. But we've got several guys that They're ready to step in, I think.
Good. So you feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel good about
How
it.
do you think the district? Any initial thoughts about how the district plays out?
I feel like we're going to be there. I mean,
it's just so hard this year with
Corbin's Corbin.
I know,
so,
it's just so hard.
It's.
But do you think you can lock up the two?
Well, absolutely, and I think the performance that we gave last week at Raceland proves that. I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
Why not? You got to play the games.
Absolutely.
They don't play the games on paper.
Absolutely. We know that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I love you.
Thank good. I love you too, man.
I love you too. Yeah. Coach Blake Mason, the new athletic director at Letcher County Central. Man, I wish you the best.
I appreciate it.
I mean that.
Yeah.
I wish you the best. You're going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe I'll be here. I'll be covering games. Who knows when.
Yeah.
So I'll be around.
Yeah. Good deal.
When we get back, Prophecies and your primetime preview. We have Coach Blake Mason's prediction. We've got Manus's, so it's untelling what'll come out of his mouth coming up on primetime preview and before the whistle. See you in a minute.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bedbugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
And now we're back before the whistle, and I have a shameless plug with the person who's. I thought you were going to stand here. That I'm not coming in the shot. Oh my God, AMW's very own. He's here. Kyle Maggard. All right. I hope none of these referees make you mad tonight. You can take care of business. Listen, I have this exclusive AMW wrestling schedule, and it's sponsored by Double Quick.
Well, it's not really exclusive. It's out on all of our social media accounts. It's
it's special.
It's AMW
it's special.
on Facebook and on
I'm just gonna give him
X and TikTok and.
Go ahead and lean over for a kiss. I'm running these down.
Me and Manus was getting a little close there. I like Manus, but not that much.
I've got September 28th at Mullins Elementary School, the Bluegrass Brawl. Cumberland Mountain Fall Festival, October 4th and 5th in Middlesboro, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. That's
Jenny Wiley Festival, October 9th in Prestonsburg,
that's
Kentucky.
with Rhino. Rhino's going to challenge me for the AMW Southeastern Championship.
Oktoberfest, October 12th, Hazard, Kentucky. That one's going to be fun. Oh, my God. We're going to Booneville, baby.
Hey, some great wrestling fans in Booneville.
October 17th in Booneville. If I ever had a reason to drive to Booneville, this is probably it. Oh, and then look at this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. October 24th. Are you with me? Jenkins, Kentucky. You might see Coach Lee in the ring. Let me come up with a cute wrestling name.
You're going to get there against the former WWE star Heath Slater. He's there.
I'll do it. I'll do anything. Just don't let him hurt me, Kyle.
I want to see you wrestle Ethan.
Ethan Cummings. I challenge you.
Wait, the ring. Can we get you versus Ethan?
Yeah, sure.
With Ashley.
Ashley Addington and Damian Johnson tag team match. That would be exclusive. All right, Corbin Center. Oh, this is huge. At the Corbin Center, November 9th, with the Sunday Showdown. And then wrapping up the fall schedule, November 23rd at Hazard High School with the AMW War Games.
And the Godfather.
And the Godfather.
The Godfather will be there.
I love this, man.
Also,
I love it.
Godfather, also known as Papa Shango. He was Kama Mustafa in the Nation. And then he was the good father when he was with the Right to Censor after he put down the, I'm going to call them ladies on this program.
AMW Wrestling, you don't want to miss it.
I don't want to get this show canceled.
Don't get us canceled. This has been family friendly, even though we did talk about UK canceling the beer line.
What?
Yeah, they did last week. During the delay, the storm delay.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
I thought you meant permanently. I was like,
no, not
ooh.
permanently. You're good.
We're missing out on a whole lot of money there. Speaking of canceling the beer line, I asked Blake for a cooler, and he did not bring me one at all. And you had him on here.
We play by the book here on the hill. He's a busy man.
I don't know if it was because he let the police park in my VIP spot. That's right, man. I got a VIP spot.
That was Tyrone.
That was Tyrone. Who put him on this game? All right,
Tyrone
boys.
took the spot.
Thanks
for coming by, man.
You always do a heck of a job.
Thank you. Thanks for coming by.
Any chance I can get on TV with you guys?
You'll take it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Not
Just
that,
with us.
Not that I'm a ham to be on TV at all.
That's wrestling. Wrestling, as Jamie
Mr.
Hughes
Kyle
calls it.
Maggard. Wrestling. I love that. That's exciting. I'm happy about this Jenkins potential. Yeah, absolutely. It's going.
So mark
going to
it
make
on
it
your calendar.
Absolutely. Now we locally began this a couple weeks ago, is our touchdown rundown, and basically I'm going to shout out every local coverage area touchdown that happened last Friday night. Are you ready? From Knott County, Gage Short, 3 touchdowns. Shane Gibson, 2 touchdowns. Chance Ambergy, 1 touchdown. From Hazard, Max Pelfrey, 3 touchdowns. Memphis Blankenship, great name, 1 touchdown. Javon White, 1 touchdown. Connor Holbrook, a touchdown. Gavin Johnson, also a receiving touchdown. From Letcher, up in Raceland last week, Gunnar Holbrook with the touchdown. Kobe Johnson with 1. Gavin Brown with 1. Also, we shouted out Emma Thomas, who was perfect on the extra points that I love. Miles Holland from Breathitt with 1. Jaden Gibson, Braden Barnett with 1 each. Eli Thomas with 1 receiving. On the Perry side of things at the Honey Bowl, Aaron Johnson with the touchdown. 2 touchdowns, 1 throwing, 1 rushing. Caden Gibson with 2. Colin Combs with 2. Aaron Johnson with 2. From the Leslie side of things, also Derek Fields with the receiving touchdown. Landry Collette with that crazy 5-touchdown rushing performance. And then we also had Ryland Simpson with the huge pick 6. And that is your touchdown rundown from your local coverage of touchdowns from the week. How many can we get from the Cougars tonight?
3.
Our primetime preview highlighting the matchup that is to come as we squeeze down into our last 5 minutes before this kickoff. They're getting ready to bring the JROTC out on the field, and that'll conclude us. So let's go ahead straight to the prophecies. Letcher and Bell, who you got? What's the score? Please be careful.
I'm doing this game. I'm Jay Billis.
You're punting? You're not going to pick it?
You got to remember I'll be in the building 2 days a week starting next week. I'm afraid one of the linemen.
I'll pick it.
I'll tell you. I will tell you right now. It's going to come down to the last quarter.
Okay.
Somebody's going to score a touchdown. It's going to be 28-21.
Okay.
But I'm not going to pick who's going to score that touchdown.
And you've predicted that Letcher will at least score 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, at least 3. So I'm going to say 28-21, Bell County or Letcher Central.
Competitive game.
Very competitive game.
I'll take the Bobcats.
Okay.
Is that fair? I mean, they got Coach Studley.
You're hedging. Hedging the bet.
I'll meet you in the gap.
Okay.
All right. Breathitt at Lewis. Lewis is 0-2. Are we taking Breathitt tonight?
I'm taking Breathitt by at least 4 touchdowns.
Perry and Lawrence, interesting matchup.
Ooh.
Lawrence is 2-0 on the year. They got a good, solid squad. They beat Rowing and they've beat Valley. Do you think that Perry can give Lawrence anything at home? It's at home.
That's going to be a touchdown either way game 2. And I hate to pick against Perry Central, but I'm going to go with Lawrence County.
I think I'll go Lawrence too, but if Perry, I hope Perry shocks me. Not shocks me, but kind of surprises me. All right, Hazard, Paris, really tough matchup, but it's at Hazard. Paris 2-0, single A, big time opponent. They've beat Frankfort and they manhandled Paintsville. Who you got in that one?
56-49.
Woo!
Hazard.
Roll, baby! Coach Matt Taylor put the points on the board tonight. All right, here's a big one. Knott Linkamp. Linkamp 2-0 against Jellicoe, Tennessee, and Berea. So they haven't necessarily played anybody excellent. You know, Knott County got the revenge game against Jackson, and they beat Jenkins. Man, this is a good one too. Knott County and Linkamp.
Knott County's going to play defense tonight, and it's going to be 35-14 Patriots.
Oh, my God. We're going wild with these predictions tonight. Is somebody writing these down? Josh, you writing these down?
Not.
Oh, not either. All right, Leslie at McGoffin. There you go.
Oh, that's
McGoffin,
a tough one.
McGoffin 1-1.
Yeah.
Montgomery and Lewis County.
I think Leslie has found their wings.
The 75-foot metal eagle.
I think it's going to be Leslie County, and it's going to be Leslie County. Let's say 31-24.
I love it. I'm on Coach Eddie Melton has figured this out now. Landry Collette, they take care of business
I believe too.
at McGoffin tonight. All right, and then our Letcher versus Bell prediction. You've got it from me. I'm not giving a score. You gave a score. We're going to combine those together to create one prediction, whether the Cougs win or the Bobcats win. We'll leave that to be determined on the field tonight between the lines. We're playing it safe. I took the Bobcats.
It's hard to bet against Dudley Hilton.
You can't, but Coach Junior Matthews does a great job. I want you to pay attention to this hot music coming out tonight. When this team runs out, it's the hot music that I created. So that's the reason the Cougs are going to stay in this game tonight.
DJ Tuttle.
The game's coming up. The JROTC's out on the field. You got nothing left to do but watch football. Manus is going to be Superman again and go back to the booth with Coach Jim McCauley. And is Coach on the game tonight? And Coach David Adams.
He is.
You don't want to miss it. It's the best coverage in the area, despite the fact there's 20 million media coverages up there in that booth. Before the whistle, it's been amazing. I will see you next week for Coach Manus Blair. Bye. Go enjoy the game. See you in a minute.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope. And Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. One little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
Dad turned on the ceiling fan, used the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to high school football right here on Hometown 24. Big matchup tonight as the Bell County Bobcats travel across the Pine Mountain area to come in here to Whitesburg to face the Letcher County Central Cougars. Jim McCauley, Manus Blair, I'm David Adams, and Jim, these two match up. A lot of history in each program. Bell County, well, Dudley Hilton, what can you say, my man? And Coach Matthews doing a good job too. You know he has had a great ride here.
You know, Coach Matthews has been here now for a number of years and has took this program from a winless, I think, his first year, and the last 3 or 4 years they've really made noise on the regional level. But 50 seasons over there for Dudley Hilton, and really when you say and mountain football, you can't really say mountain football without Dudley Hilton and Philip Haywood, and he's a legend.
I tell you, those guys has been in this business mighty long time, as you mentioned, and they just love it, they enjoy it, or they're still doing it, Jim.
Yeah, and what can you say about a guy? Dudley. He built Bell County into a powerhouse. Left, won at Bourbon County. Went on to Pikeville College, and then found his way back to Log Mountain, and I guess this will be probably where he hangs it up. But I'd say he could run for any political office he wanted to in Bell County and win hands down.
You're probably right on that. Gunnar Holbrook will lead these Cougars against Bell County. Got a good arm. He's a strong kid. He's got good speed. And he's got some targets he'll go for. Branham will be one of those targets. Smith will run the ball for him. But big Mr. Johnson, he is the man. And if he plays well, usually the Cougars do.
Yeah, you know, he does have a plethora of targets on offense. Really been the surprise, well, not really a surprise to me, Gavin Ramsey. Probably has been the biggest impact offensively this year so far for the Cougars. He had a couple of touchdown catches against Raceland, played well against Shelby Valley. Just a phenomenal player. Quentin Williams, another senior that can really help you out on offense.
Yeah.
Brett won't be playing tonight. Smith is out tonight. So
and that's a target.
Fastest kid in the state.
Yeah. And that's, coach is going to miss him. And you look at Bell County, Burnett will be the quarterback for them. He's a strong kid. He can run the ball as well, so look for him to make some noise. Everidge, Miller, and Evans will toss in carrying the ball as well.
It's not really a toss-in. Miller's averaging about 35 carries a game.
He's the bell cow. Well, he's kind of like Johnson. They like the football, and they like it in their hand. For the Cougars, Johnson, he loves running the football now. He's a physical guy as well. But Miller,
he's a stud. He's a stud. And, the quarterback, Dudley, they don't throw the ball a whole lot, but when they do, I think he throws it at about a 70% completion rate.
Yeah.
And I think he's completed, to 9 different receivers this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
We want to thank the guys before the whistle. Winston Lee and Manus Blair, our partner, has joined us in the box. And, boy, it was quiet up here till he arrived.
It was.
Well, Manus, tell us what's going on in the sports world.
Well, I talked to Coach Matthews. Didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Hilton, but Coach Matthews is ready to go, and talked a little bit about the defensive scheme and what he was going to do against Dudley Hilton, and said he was going to do the best he could do to contain the running game. And so I think a lot of excitement down on a lot of Bell County fans come by.
Yes, they are.
So as you look down back to your left at the visitors area, a lot of people have come from the Pineville area over to Letcher County, and we're glad to do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nice crowd here. And, folks, the facility here is one of the best facilities in the state of Kentucky to come and watch a high school football game. It is first class here, and I'm telling you, it's the carpet everywhere here. It's this, they've got it all and got great support, and TVS loves to come here. Hometown 24, it is an honor to be in their house. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the kickoff. Stay with us. Friday Night Lights, it's lit up in Whitesburg. Stay with us.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back to Whitesburg, Letcher County Central High School, Bell County and Letcher County Central. Just a little over a minute before we'll have the kickoff and get started here. And guys, perfect weather. We hope the rain. We're expecting a little shower, but maybe midnight.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little later. I don't think we'll have to worry about it tonight here.
I certainly hope we don't have rain or thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We can live with rain.
Manus folks was in at UK last Saturday, and he said they were serving breakfast before everybody left. Go ahead and tell us about it, Manus.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if that occurs again, I might just decide that I won't go back to UK's football game. Well, no, I'll still continue to go back.
You're a
And
fan.
Winston and I talked about it down there, and it was just a once, should I say once in a lifetime thing? Hopefully it is, but, it's just bad as administrators, players, coaches, fans, the whole deal.
You have delays that long. It's
and I've
rough
been a
on
part
the
of
kids.
that. We mentioned about the Letcher Hazard game here, the WYMT game that one time that we sat here and we waited and we waited and we waited. So it's not unprecedented throughout the nation in football, but tonight looks like we're going to get through without any of that.
That'll be good, and hopefully we can get this game in case we do have some bad weather. Bell County will be kicking off here in the first quarter to get us started, and the Bobcats, Miller will kick off for Breathitt. For Bell County. I think he does every job.
I think he drove the bus here, Coach.
Well, and he probably even fed them at his house before they came.
Back for the Cougars, Stevens. Number 10 is Williams.
Yep.
And also, we will get his number. He'll go down and take the ball there at the 36, 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Nice job by Outlaw.
Absolutely.
That had Spanglish on it.
Yes, it did. And Bell County was bringing the speed with that as well.
Yeah, Jet did the smart thing. The ball, to have a chance to score down, he sat down it like an infielder, gobbled it up, protected it.
Holbrook will be the quarterback for the Cougars as he will come to the line here shortly and get his team set with wideouts each way. And number 10 will be Williams. Will line up beside of Holbrook in the backfield. Not Breathitt County, but Bell County looks like 44 stack on defense. And there's a catch, and Cougars have got it. He's got some room, and he gets away, and he's at the 40 and makes it down to the 37.
That's Gavin Ramsey on the reception with a nice little run after the catch.
Speedy.
Hey, I thought he made a nice turn there about at the 43 guys and give him some room.
And he picked up a good block, and Barnett made the tackle for the Bobcats.
I keep thanking Dudley, his first coaching job down in Jackson, Kentucky.
For 8 years at the Breathitt County Bobcat
And I tell you, he did a nice job down there as well for the Breathitt County team. Wideouts each way. As Holbrook will get ready to set here. Bobcats on the defense in motion, and a handoff to Williams. He'll pick 5-6 down to the 30, and we'll stop at the 29, and it'll be second down coming up for Letcher Central.
Yeah, nice little misdirection play right there. Just faked the little sweep and came back inside with the trap to Williams, and he picked his way through that. Picked up a nice, looks like, 7.5, 8 yards?
Did a nice job.
Martin had a good, as the center, had a good block.
Well, the coach has really been high on him this year. I've heard him talk about Gavin. He's really came out and went to work this year.
Second down and a long 2 for the Cougars. Looks like Kobe Johnson is going to line up as well back in the backfield with Williams and Holbrook. And Johnson will take it this time left side. He's still on his feet, goes down to about the 22, and that's going to be 1st and 10. Johnson looked strong, Manus player, on that run.
And, if Phillips grabbed him by the ankle, or he might have went the distance.
Yeah, Kobe's not an arm tackle guy.
No.
You better put a saddle on him and ride him. He's a very strong runner.
Very experienced player, too. He's been a big part of this program for
4 years.
Absolutely. A strong kid. And this time, only one back in the backfield, wideouts each way, 2. Holbrook goes back for the throw. Nobody there. Now he tucks it and run. Gets down to the 15, all the way down 10-yard line, and it's close to a first down. It'll be second down and 2.
Yeah, he's going to be about 1.5 yards short on that.
Yeah, I thought he should have stayed in the pocket just a little bit longer. Cummings had the edge and had kicked him out. But he picks up he picks up good yardage there.
And, you know, that's really, to me, man, it's a sign of maturity because, you know, when you start panicking, that's where you make that red zone turnover.
Right.
So he takes it and makes a positive play there.
Yes.
Holbrook getting ready, one wide out to the left. Williams will be the guy beside him, and there's the handoff. Williams left side down to 10-5, and we got a flag back at the 9.
They called a hold on Kinser on the outside. I'm pretty sure.
You know, you got this driver going, and you get down there, guys, and you
And, you know, Jim talks about it several times about backing it up and being behind the sticks. And, you know, really there you did not have to hold. He had a good block on him, and he was running inside. Yeah. He had his man sealed. So
yeah, and it's as a receiver, and this is a first-year player with Kinser out there.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, he made a good seal block, but, you know, we teach your kids keep your hands inside, and he got that hand out a little bit, and that led to the holding call.
And then when the cornerback tried to pull away from him, then there's the jersey being shown.
Yes.
2nd and 10 or maybe 11, guys. I'm looking at the sticks over there. I can't pick that up. The officials in front of us.
Mr. Charles Miller has it 2nd and 11. We'll go with Charles.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Williams be with Holbrook in the backfield. Johnson, slot man in motion, and that's one of Jim Bob's favorite play. And Williams off to the right, down to the 20, and not much room to go there as the Bobcats was waiting on him there, and no gain on that play. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, the defense did a really good job. They sealed the edge out wide, didn't give him anywhere to go on that little stretch play, and once you get bottled up out there, there's not a whole lot you can do.
You just got to turn it back up and take what you got.
I want to remind everyone next Friday night, Hometown 24 will be in Hazard, Kentucky for Letcher County Central. And Hazard should be exciting 7:30 kickoff from Daniel Field.
Big play right here, David.
Yeah, it is. Williams will be the back with Holbrook. Wide outs each way. Bell County on the defense. Looks down the field, and there's the throw by Holbrook. He's got a man. It's hit and deflected by the Bobcats.
Yeah, really heads-up play by the safety. After the deflection, he went ahead and took out the offensive player. So the tip, and once the ball's touched, you know, it's open.
You just go for it here, don't you?
Yeah.
And Brigman was the one that did the deflection there. And, yeah, every man for himself. And you don't want to get that tip that ends up being a tip for a touchdown for the
Yeah, and you know, Cougars. I think last year at Breathitt County, they scored off a tip like that at Breathitt.
Oh, yes. Yep. And I believe it was Gavin Brown that made that reception.
It was.
Yeah. Quentin Williams will line with Holbrook. Wide outs. Trips to the left. Wide out to the right. Holbrook back. He's looking down. Nobody open yet. He comes to the left side of the field. There's the ball in the air, and it's picked off of Bell County, and it'll be about the 8-yard on the interception. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Maybe he should have tucked it and run with it.
But it ends up being just like a punt.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I don't have a big issue with that. I said, you know, the only thing is
4th down, he really had nowhere to go with it anyway, you know, and
you know, when you're out there rolling, especially as a right-handed quarterback rolling to your left, you can't really set your feet and get a lot on it. You know, he got it up a little bit. But
I noticed on the left side there was one guy could have blocked her and maybe give him a little room to go down. But anyway, like you guys said, as good as a punt.
Yes.
Here's Bell County. Will be taking the football. Barnett, and he hands it off, and the Bobcats will be up to the 15. 2nd down coming up, and what runner was that, Jim?
Number 24.
That's Evans.
Blake Evans.
Yes.
Running the football. I think Dudley uses 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah.
But Mr. Miller
is the main.
He may get more than the others.
Expect about 20 to 25 carries at least.
Burnett back. Here's the throw. It looks high, and it's incomplete. And 3rd and about 3 coming up.
I tell you, the quarterback has a nice arm and great footwork. He came back and set his foot and threw a rope right there.
Yeah, and Brigman just a little bit high that time. Outlaw on the coverage over there.
And Brigman's a big kid out there. That's a big target.
Oh, gosh. Yes, he is.
They've got him listed at 6'4", and he looks every bit of it.
Yes.
Barnett will be the quarterback for the Bobcats as they line it up. And Jim Bob, here's your play as it's handoff to the left side, and it's going to be first down for Bobcats. Got that extra blocker in there.
Yeah. And that was Neal on the carry.
James Neal Jr. for Bell County.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Just straight up, just a lead play off guard. And Coach Dudley doesn't. He's not a fancy. He's just going to go out there and put helmet and shoulder pads on you.
Nuts and bolts.
Wide out to the left. Burnett will toss it back, and here's Miller up the left side, and I think he will pick up.
He got about
7.
Nice job by Outlaw, guys, playing off his blocker and making that tackle, or it could have been for more.
Yeah, because nobody really came up and took the quarterback. The quarterback probably
pitched early.
Yeah, he could have held the ball a little bit longer, just a speed option to the short side of the field, and could have been a really big play. But nice play by Jet Outlaw.
Burnett will get under center as wide out to the right, and he'll hand it right off to Miller. Nope.
I stick by Howard.
Howard that time. And if you look at Miller, he's really the back that's so bulky and so strong.
Oh, yeah,
and he's easier to pick up. And it's going to be third down and maybe less than a yard or right at a yard coming up for Bell County.
Yeah, that was a nice play by, as maintenance has said, Garrett Howard came up and met him in the hole and pretty much stopped him right there.
Yep, big third down play here, guys.
Well, you're going to go to Miller on third down most of the time.
I would say there's a 90% chance.
Yeah, look for him to try to get outside right here.
Burnett will be ready for the snap and gets it. And ball up the middle, number 22, that is Miller. And he'll have the first down for Bell County as the ball will end up on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, just an off-tackle play to the short side of the field. And he had about 3 steps. Nobody touched him. The linebackers closed in on him.
And Neal let him up through the hole as well. So,
yep, absolutely.
Nice play call.
Burnett will get ready. One wide out to the right. Bobcats will not put it in there a whole lot. Here's a little misdirection and goes to the 41-yard line. It's going to be second down coming up for Bell County. It says number 18, James Neal.
Yep. Yeah, just a nice little Green Bay Packer counter tray right there. So fullback took the place of the guard, and the guard trapped out. And
Green Bay runs that all the time, don't
they? They made it famous about 1965.
They did indeed.
And if you get 6 yards, guess what? You'll see it again.
Oh, absolutely. Barnett with the toss, left side, 40. 45 outside, and he gets 49-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 again. And I've noticed the Bobcats like that left side.
Yeah, and usually, when you go to the short side, it's a numbers game, and the defense is playing to the strong side. So usually you're ahead by personnel, one person on the short side.
The Bobcats use that side, especially on short yardage, too.
Yeah, that last time Kobe Johnson was on a stunt inside, and there was nobody on outside contained. Yep.
Barnett will make the handoff, number 20.
Yeah, Garrett Howard again on
the carry, and looks like very little gain, if any, there, guys.
I think they gave him 0.
Yep.
It's
second
right back
down
at the
and 10 coming up with 4:42 left in the first quarter from Letcher County Central High School. We'll try to keep up with scores in the surrounding area when we get a chance here. We'll pass those along to you as well as games are getting underway in the mountains for Friday night football.
And you keep seeing Dawson Kinser as the deep safety keep inching up to the line of scrimmage. So you never know what's going to transpire here as he inches closer up.
Barnett will drop back and come to the right side. He's looking for a pass. And here is the pass. It's caught and right at the 30-yard line, and that's Bell County. That was Dameron with the catch, Hayden Dameron. And he is a senior.
Yeah, he came all the way across the field on that. It was a little boot play to the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he came all the way across the field and opened up out. But they're trying to get the mismatch between the 6'4 receiver, Brigman, against Gavin Ramsey out there. Gavin's about 5'7", generously, against the 6'4 receiver.
Yeah, Brickman is a good-sized young man, no question about it. Here's the ball handoff, and Bobcats are going to pick up about 7 on the play, and that was number 22, Miller, carrying the mail for the Bobcats.
Yeah, you know, the Cougars aren't missing a lot of tackles, but it looks like Bell is 3 or 4 yards before anybody touches them.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. There hasn't been any negative plays by the Bobcats yet in this drive, which has chewed up the clock.
Bell County will come up to the line. Cougars on defense. One wide out to the right. Arnett will hand it off. Miller again up to the 15 and down to about the 11. And Jim Bob, you made a good point. Closer to the 12. They're getting 3 or 4 yards before anybody gets a touch on them.
Yeah, your linebackers are making plays, but they're making them 5 and 6 yards deep. That time, you know, it was just a simple dive off to the right guard, and he cut back against the grain. And once again, tackles made 6, 7 yards deep.
In other words, he's making, and Tripp Stamper's the nose tackle, and he makes one step one way, and the center's taking him that way.
Yes.
And he's going right off his backside.
Thought we may have had a timeout there, but no, they come back out. I guess Coach just wanted to clear something up with them.
Yeah, they had to reset the chains there.
Yeah. First and 10 for Bell County. Barnett will get it and hand it off right up the middle, and not much there.
That time.
No, they was waiting on Evans there.
Yeah, it looked like Kobe Johnson and
looks like Howard come off the pile.
Yeah.
And Sargent.
He picked up
Kane and Sargent. Yeah, Kane and Sargent.
Second and 8 coming up for Bell County. Clock down to 2:25 and running first quarter.
A lot of ball possession here by the Bobcats.
Yes, it has been. Barnett, and he makes the toss, left side, down to the 10, 5, and maybe got to the 4. I don't think so. No, 5 yard, 5. It'd be third down in about what, Jim?
Looks like
3
and 4.
Yep.
And so far during this drive, it's been very clean by Bell County. No penalties whatsoever for them, and
but there's not a lot goes wrong, Blair, when you're running it up the middle.
Yeah.
You know, it's those outside plays that you get the holds, and you're passing, you get the holds.
True.
But when it's straight
between
ahead,
the tackles.
when it's straight ahead, it's a lot easier on your offensive linemen. They love it.
One wide out to the right as Bobcats get ready, take the snap, and easy run there all the way down. He goes in, and number 22, that's Miller, gets the touchdown 5 yards out for Bell County, and they get on the board first at 6-0 with 1:30 to go first quarter.
Yeah, that time, you know, it looks like there was actually some defensive penetration that time, but, you know, he slipped through it, and then it was kind of had some green grass.
Oh, absolutely.
And, of course, his little thighs, and I mean little, I mean being facetious, you can't just – you got to wrap him up because he's got big thighs to him.
No, he's a really nice kid.
Yes.
5'7", 185 pounds.
Solid.
I mean, you know, just a good-looking kid.
Bell County will line up for 2. Here's a snap right off the right side, and that was kind of easy, guys.
It was just
to
a
be
fullback.
Evans goes in from 3 yards out to give Bell County the 8-0 lead here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the Cougars will have the football. Stay with us on Friday Night Football.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back as we get ready for the kickoff. Bell County will be kicking off to the Cougars here in the first quarter. Bell County, well, their drive, guys.
Methodical.
Yeah.
Methodical.
That's a nice word, yes. I agree.
A nice long drive and a well-designed drive. They had good mixture in their offense, and you mentioned no penalties.
I
and
think 4 different guys carried the ball on
Right.
offense, with Miller doing the bulk of the work.
Right.
And they attempted 2 passes in that drive. But, Cougars got to come back with their own sustained drive right here.
Miller get ready to kick off, and downfield, square. Williams picks it up 30, 35 as he cuts to the left. A little room there, and he'll go down around the 40. It'll be 1st and 10. Good field position for
nice
the Cougars.
return. Quentin Williams, he didn't rush it. He kind of let everything set up and found a little bit of daylight to get the ball out to the 40. So excellent field position.
I think it's very important for the Cougars to have a good drive here, guys. And,
Manus can agree with this. When you get behind a team that chews the clock and is fundamentally sound like a Bell County team, it puts you in a situation where you have to take risks, and that doesn't work out well.
Yeah. Cougars will take the football. Williams up the left side again. He'll make the cut. 50, 45. We'll mark him out. Yep, 45-yard line. Good run. That's 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Yeah, and Williams, an outstanding athlete. I was fortunate enough to coach him during baseball season. He was in the top 5 in several categories in baseball, so I kind of hate seeing him drop that shoulder to try to take that hit. We want to protect that shoulder.
Pitching shoulder.
Yeah, we want to protect that.
And, of course, he is a lefty for those that hasn't seen him throw.
Looks like a good athlete.
He's a great athlete and a
great kid.
Good kid.
Great kid.
Yeah. Holbrook is the quarterback with wideouts each way for the Cougars at the 45-yard line. Drops back. Here's the pass. Has somebody, and Bell County almost intercepted that.
Barnett was deep on the safety, the one deep, and he should have intercepted that ball. He was not open that time.
No, you had triple
quarterback
coverage.
hit him right in the face mask.
I think it was deflected a little bit, or he may have intercepted it.
Yeah.
Another thing about Quentin Williams, that is Bumper Adams' grandson.
Our good friend Bumper. How's Bumper doing?
Bumper is Bumper.
We'll try to holler
we'll
at
holler at him.
Fans.
He's watching tonight, probably.
Yeah, we'll holler at a bunch of our fans here. We get a chance. Johnson to the right side, 40-yard line, down to the 35, and packing some Bobcats with him. And that should be a first down. It's right at the marker. If not, guys,
it's going to be close.
I think they went ahead and
should be first
gave him
down.
the first down.
I was thinking.
I've watched Kobe run since he was in 2nd grade. He's a neon kid, and I've always thought, how in the world does he move? Because he runs kind of up and down.
Upright.
And but let me tell you, man, you don't tackle him one-on-one. He's country strong.
Hey, let me tell you, there was 3 white jerseys holding him, and they were struggling.
And I just kept hearing Keith Jackson say, rumbling, stumbling going on. He's a-moving.
Holbrook, the quarterback, wideouts each way. Williams will be the back. And watch for Williams to make a play here. He get right off the right side, off of guard, and he's going to pick up 6, 7,
going for more,
8.
and they're pushing him forward.
Nice job. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Cougars. And, guys, I have to say Williams and Johnson is running the ball well with this series.
And, you take away the one negative holding call on the first drive. And both teams have been very efficient offensively moving the ball.
Yes, they have. You are right. Pleasant night in Letcher County. Just a great temperature. It's cooled down some. It was a little warm around 6 o'clock. The sun will beaming in, but it's cooled down and great football weather. Holbrook will be the man, and it looks like the Cougars are going to talk about it, guys, for a second.
That's the end of the quarter.
Yep. We played 1, and when we come back, we'll have quarter number 2 on this Friday night. So stay with us. Manus and Jim Bob, they want you to.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
See a penny? Pick it up. and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. One little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. Second quarter getting ready to start here. Cougars will have the football on the 26-yard line. Second down and 2. And shout out, like Jim Bob said, to Kentucky Fried Chicken for supplying food up in the booth for everyone. We appreciate them, and they always have good food down at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Wideouts each way. Holbrook. Williams will line to the left of him. Holbrook will get ready for the snap, and Holbrook back. Here's the pass. He's got a man, and
there's
it looks
Barnett.
like Barnett may have picked it off in the end zone, and
didn't look his safety off.
Yeah,
No.
yep. Ball be put on the 20, and guys, that's both times the Cougars have drove the ball deep, and
no points.
No points.
Yeah, just simply a switch route they ran right there on the left side, and a free safety stood back and read the quarterback's eyes.
Guys, 2 plays, and Cougars could be up in this game, to be honest with you.
Yep. Because he did break open, but the safety was back there and read his eyes and made a great play on it.
Bumper Adams wants to say hello to you down on Route 7. Glad to have you along. And Dave Dixon over at Locks Creek. Glad to have you. James and Judy Catherine. I'm glad to have you all along. And, guys, anybody else you want to holler at, we've got a crowd watching. Ball on Bell County run it to the right side down to the 25. Be 2nd and 5 coming up there for the Bobcats.
Some other games going around the region right now. We've got Paris just went ahead of Hazard 13-7. Perry and Lawrence are tied up 7-7. A shout out to my buddy Ronnie Goins, who always keeps me in the loop with all the scores.
There
you
go,
Ronnie.
There you go. Wide out to the left for the Bobcats, and the handoff goes, and we've got a quick whistle as somebody may have moved a little quick, and it is Bell County with a false start, guys. 5 yards, and we'll redo the down again, so it'll be 2nd down and about 10 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's the first hiccup we've seen from Bell County so far this game.
It is. You're right. You're right.
Letcher Central's got to figure out some way to get some penetration up front and make a play on the line of scrimmage. You know, we want your linebacker to be the leading tackler, but we don't want him to be the first guy that touches the ball every time.
And not 3 to 4 or 5 yards down the field either.
Barnett will be the guy for Bell County. One wide out to the left. Handoff. And is the ball loose? I thought it may have popped out, but it did not.
Johnson was in there quick.
Yeah. Number 22 running football was Miller for Bell County, and he was met strong there by the Cougars.
That Gavin Howard again.
And Howard.
Garrett, it's not his dad.
That's okay. Gavin understands.
Yeah.
But
you know, the thing about it is Johnson got in there. Jim was talking about penetration and getting things going, and, you know, he got into the backfield, did make the tackle, but Howard's there to clean it up.
Johnson Central's up 7-0 over Belfry right now in a great game.
Miller will line up beside Barnett, and he's going to keep it, move to the right side, get some room to run. He does have room down to the 40, 45 now at the 50, and no flag?
Nope.
Yeah, there was
no flag.
Linebacker looked like he might have got grabbed from the back there on that cut, but, you know, they say you could call a holding call every play if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10 for Bell County on the 50. 10:21 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was 52 Brody Griffin, the linebacker there. It looked like they might have got a piece of him.
Barnett will take the ball. Here's
nobody
the play
on the edge.
to the you're right, nobody there on the edge, and he gains about 8 on that play, and that is number 22. That's Miller, showing a little less speed on the outside and the flat, guys.
Yeah, just a nice clear out. You know, they run their receivers wide and just ran the back out of the backfield, and he had a lot of room.
And Cougars came with pressure up the middle as well, and that was the best play of go
Exactly.
against it. Ideally, that's the play you want to have in called.
Look here at the Bobcats, most wide outs of the night, and that was just for show, I'm sure, as Miller gets none. He doesn't get any out of that. Good job
Kobe
by
Johnson
Cougars.
and Garrett Howard on the stop there.
Yep, third down coming up, and a long two for
and there's your
closer to
penetration that Jim was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see a team like Bell County goes to the shotgun, all they're really trying to do is widen out the defense so that it opens up running lanes in between the tackles. But Kobe and Garrett did a great job filling the hole right there.
Is the Bobcats has put up 2 passes so far tonight? Is that correct, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Yep,
2.
Three
on this last one, yeah.
3.
2 in the
passes.
first drive, yeah.
Burnett will hand it off, and there's Miller, and he carries the Cougars for the first down that time off the right side, and first and 10. Yep.
Big time run.
Strong run as the ball be put on the 34.
Yeah, his yards after contact right there were really nice. He got hit a couple of times and drove through and picked up an extra 4 yards.
Burnett will get ready as
they're straightening that eye, David.
They got the eye in look, don't they? Here's the handoff. Miller right off the right side, and he'll pick a good 6 up, and it's going to be second down and 4 coming up for Bell County.
You know, Manus hit on it earlier, with the center. He's kind of letting the nose guard go where he wants. They're running an offset eye and bringing the fullback across behind the center, and the center just influence blocking the nose guard, and it's getting an ISO straight on with the fullback on the linebacker out there.
Simple football.
Cougars needs to play, guys, on defense.
They need a turnover or a penalty.
They need something out here. Need to stop.
Burnett will get it. Hand off Miller again. No, not Miller.
He's going to come up short. No?
That was Evans, and he is short by a little bit. Wouldn't you think, guys?
Just
maybe?
a wee bit.
Yeah.
Just a fullback dive right there, straight up, and just a quick hitter.
Evans a good, strong kid as well, but even though Miller gets a lot of the carrying the mail, but
they're going to measure.
Evans does it as well. Yeah, you're right. I thought he looked a little short, guys. Didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but official Stacy, he did not, when he turned around, he wasn't sure about it.
Yep. So,
but when you're talking about Evans, he is that prototypical fullback.
Yeah.
So he's like Jim was talking about. He's going to be the one that meets that linebacker in the hole.
Yeah, and when you're running 3 down linemen, what he's simply doing is just hitting a quick dive into where there isn't a defensive lineman. So before anybody knows it, he's got 2 steps onto the defense. Just a real quick hitter there.
And it looks like it's going to be short.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little, maybe a football short, I
was looking over at Josh Cornett's shoulder here, trying to see if I could get a better view, and he said 8 1/2 inches.
Well, he's tuck a ruler out there and measured it.
No, he sure did. He's got eagle eyes.
With this being 3rd and short, if I'm Bell County, I'm taking a shot right here. I'm going to go play action and try to get down the field because I think I can get a half yard.
And I don't know if you remember me saying it, but Dawson Kinser kept coming up on the safety here, and you can see how far they're off the line of scrimmage.
You're one-on-one
right
over on
the right.
Brown against. But no, they
go ahead and get the
go
first
to Evans.
down.
Oh yeah.
Evans gets it.
They didn't listen to Jim.
Almost 5 on the carry, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Bell County with the clock running.
Let's see. Dudley Hilton has 433 wins. So
and I coach middle school, so we're just going to go ahead and say Dudley probably knows a little bit more about it than I do.
But you did a good job coaching middle school, my friend. Wideouts each way as Burnett will be the quarterback. He'll get under center. Here's the handoff, right side, off the guard, and the Bobcats still going all the way down to the 4, and it's going to be 1st and 10. That's
just kept carrying.
That was Evans carrying the mail for the Bobcats, number 24. Any more scores that you picked up?
Belfry just broke off a 75-yard run and tied Johnson Central at 7 at the end of the 1st quarter.
Hey, I think that'll be a good football game, guys.
That should be a good game.
Yeah,
that should be a game that the clock moves rather quick.
And that's the game.
Yes.
Me and Winston did not pick that game this before the whistle.
Well, I used to love when Matney was coaching at Johnson Central and they played Belfry every year. It seemed like no matter how good Johnson Central was, Coach Haywood always seemed to get a little something on him.
Wideouts each way as Burnett will hand it off right off guard. And number 24, that's Evans again. Moving about 2 yards on the carry, and it's going to be second down and goal coming up for Bell County. And if you're just joining us, the Cougars, 2 good drives, holding call down on the 9 on the first drive, and an interception in the end zone on the second drive. So they made 2 good drives, just did not score.
And
got to
guys,
bow their neck right here.
until we can fill those holes right there, they're going to keep giving it to the fullback because there's,
Yeah.
you've got 3 yards of green space right there.
Yeah, I mean, Barnett will come under center as Bobcats have wide out to left, and run goes to the left side. That's number 24, Evans again, and I don't think he got anything on that one, guys.
He might have picked up a yard.
Yeah, third down. Watch for Miller maybe to carry the mail this time.
Trip Stamper comes up a little bit gimpy, but he gets right back up. But he made the tackle before he could get in. Two big plays coming up right here.
Now look and see if they go back to that toss onto the short side because Letcher Central's went to goal line defense and they've got everything really packed in between the ends.
Yep, Sam Webb would come in on the goal line defense.
Barnett with the snap, your right side, right off. Bell County will score from 2-3 yards out that time. And that will put the score at 13, extra point. Bobcats 14 with extra point coming up. And I'd say they'll go for 2.
They have not attempted a point after touchdown this year. So
Dudley, I guess his theory, why go for 1 when you can get 2?
Yes.
And
really and truthfully, if you look at and I'm not keeping the yardage, but the yardage is very, very similar probably, but the score,
two plays.
The scoreboard is what you go by.
Burnett will get ready. And
it's going to be a delay. Nope, they're going to call a timeout before the delay.
We'll just leave it here and talk as Dudley will take a 30-second timeout, the coach of Bell County. Tomorrow, some college games. Baylor will be at Utah, Iowa State at Iowa, Middle Tennessee at Ole Miss, Florida A&M at Miami. If you're Kansas at Illinois. Okay. Kentucky will play a team called South Carolina at 3:30 tomorrow at Kroger Field. And Josh Cornett and Manus Blair says the Cats will win. So you can. South Florida will play Alabama. Good luck to you, South Florida. And Tennessee and North Carolina State. Guys, I feel Tennessee going to take that game.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be cheering for North Carolina State.
Okay. All right. And LSU will play Nicholson.
I don't even have to say what I think about that game.
But anyway.
sorry, you guys.
And hopefully no delays tomorrow at Kroger
If there's a
Field.
delay at 3:30 tomorrow, I'm coming home.
What time's kickoff tomorrow?
3:30.
Well, it'll be 3:45.
It'll be on
it's
ABC.
ABC.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Here we go.
Barnett will go under center as the Bobcats have the ball and left side, and they get the 2-point conversion as number 5 goes in. That's Dameron with a score for Bell County, 15-16-0, and we're going to take a break. Bell County 16 and Letcher has got to get on the board. They've had 2 good drives and come up short. We'll be back.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. 1 little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. Beautiful place to play high school football, folks. I'll tell you that. First rate, and this great facility. And I hope you enjoyed Before the Whistle tonight. Before we kicked off, Manus Blair and Winston Lee. I know y'all didn't agree with their score predictions, but that's all right. I know y'all love the show anyway.
Anybody that goes along with what I predicted, and I told them, do not get on FanDuel and make any bets based on what I
Johnson Central just tied it back up, or scored to go ahead on Belfry 14-7.
And Paris is ahead of Hazard 13-6. And that is in the second quarter.
Hazard's been playing pretty good football. Coach Chandler doing a nice job down there at Hazard this season with those kids, working them hard as Miller gets ready to kick off here on the 35. And Cougars will have it. They'll move up 35-40. A good move to the right side, one step, and they catch him at the 45. Good field position again for the Cougars.
And there comes a late penalty, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be on Bell, I think, for a little contact after the play. He gave him a little shove.
Yep. That will be unsportsmanlike, so that should move it up to the 40-yard line. Is that correct, guys?
That it would be correct. Your math computation skills are very good.
Very impressive for a PE teacher.
I got that at Car Creek. Guys. Learning that math.
And he had his shoes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fingers and toes.
I don't think Vonda appreciates y'all about us. But anyway.
But that's a big break for the Cougars, and I'm sure that Coach Hilton does not approve of that.
Yeah, no.
Not at all.
Folks, if you want to let us know your score on tomorrow's Kentucky-South Carolina game, please give us a text, and we will let everybody know. Cougars will have the football, 1st and 10 on the 40, as Holbrook will be ready to take the snap. Hand off to Williams, left side. He gets 5. He gets 10. 15 to 17-yard gain, and the ball will be on the 23. 1st and 10. Guys, take 2 plays out of this football game, and we have got a close football game.
Yeah,
2 plays.
Cougars got to score right here.
And they've got to score, but one thing I've noticed is they're really kind of dominating the line of scrimmage with the run game.
And it's 20 from the 20 to the 20.
Holbrook will get ready. Williams will be beside him. One wide out to the right for the Cougars. Ball on the 23, 1st and 10. Williams tiptoes, and he's going to get 5 guys, just dancing a little bit, and does a nice job.
I really liked that play and had Kobe Johnson leading for Williams through the hole.
Yeah, Kobe lined up in the slot on the left side and came back through as a lead. So really it's just a power play.
Yeah, 2nd down and close to 7, in between 6 and 7.
And right here's where the Cougars have struggled on the other 2 drives. So they've got to do something right here to get back in this
the red
football
zone.
game.
The red zone has been hard on them tonight. It really has. So let's see if the Cougars can take advantage of this, as Holbrook has Williams and Johnson on each side of him. And Johnson will take the football left side, and he's still up, and he still gets away. 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line. They had him, and he says, not today, Bobcats.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
And Green makes the touchdown-saving tackle, a freshman for Bell County.
Yeah, they had Kobe wrapped up for a loss right there, and, that country strong kid just broke free and
Did you see the muscles pop out on that guy? Oh, man. Who do you go with here, guys?
Johnson.
Wide outs each way as Johnson will line up behind Holbrook, and here's the snap. Goes to Johnson right up the middle, and they're waiting there on him that time. May have picked up one.
I think you ended up getting a couple of more.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down, and he is he's a tough runner, guys.
Yeah, well, and the thing is,
strong.
I really like him running that north to south a lot more than I like him stretched out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so can they pick up? Yeah, they can pick up.
They can.
Yeah, he got 5 there.
We thought 5. I thought for some reason. I don't know.
No, this is this 3rd and backfield as he runs it, but he goes down to the 1. It's going to be about 1 yard line, maybe a little
2,
more.
1.5.
Yeah, somewhere in there, and 3rd down.
Do you go 3 in a row?
Why not? I think he's the guy.
Yeah, he's smelling it right now.
Yeah, I think you block for him. He's going to line up behind Holbrook. Going to put wideouts each way, and I look for Mr. Johnson to carry the mail. Cougars, get ready for the snap. Here it is. Johnson right up the middle, right side. Touchdown, Cougars.
There you go, the trifecta.
Trifecta, and the Cougars will get on the board, and it's 16-6. And, folks, to be honest with you, 2 plays, the Cougars could have had more points on the board.
But you can't look backwards. You got to
can't
look forward.
Back. You got to.
And this is momentum going in and to the halftime setting.
Yep, 2-11, and got to go for 2.
Yeah, Kobe did a great job right there. The defensive line cut the offensive lineman and tried to stuff it up in the hole, and he sidestepped out and found a hole and got into the end zone. So kudos to Kobe once again.
Yep, Williams will line up beside of Holbrook as Johnson will go set on the left. Wide out as he gets ready and motion by the Cougars. Holbrook to the right. He's got a pass, and I thought he caught it, and he got it. He was in. I thought he got it. It was right there on the line.
It was very tight.
It was indeed tight.
Great pass by Gunnar Holbrook on the boot. He had about a 2-foot window to throw it in, and he zipped it in there.
Very nice throw.
Take 30-second break. We'll be back. 2:11 second quarter. 16-8 score. Bale and Letcher.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. One little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back. 2:11 to go till half. Any scores, Jim Bob?
Yeah, Belfry just tied it up, and believe it or not, it was on a 74-yard touchdown pass. Belfry ties it up 14-14 with 8:49 to go to the half.
And, Varney can throw that thing for Belfry.
One time I was at the state tournament in 2003, I think, and Belfry threw one pass the whole game. He got intercepted.
Yeah, and they would not throw him.
Don't throw the ball.
Let's see. Coach Hayes at Ohio State, what did he say?
He said there's only 3 bad things that can happen.
When you throw that football.
Oh, Friday night football from Cougar Field. We've got a game, folks, and
it's been a real physical game. Bell County has brought the running game. Cougars recovered to score that touchdown, and we got a game going on.
Last week, Boyd County threw the ball really well on Bell County.
Yes, they did,
and didn't run the ball well. But the Cougars just the opposite.
Cougars kicking off, and it will go out of bounds. And
that was Jackson Meade, and he was trying to put a little English on it to pooch kick looked like, and just a little bit too much on it.
That's going to give them good field position with this time.
Yeah. It should be on the 35, is that right, where it goes out of bounds, unless I thought it went out of bounds back here, guys, but maybe it took that extra bounce and went on. So the ball will be put on 35, 1st and 10 for Bell County. Nice crowd here tonight at Cougar Field. Cougars always bring a big crowd to their football and their athletic events, and Bell County had some fans drive over Pine Mountain as well to
come from Log Mountain over this way.
Watch a good game,
and traditionally very good following, and traditionally a very good football program led by Hall of Fame coach Dudley Hill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're revamping all their athletic facilities over there at Bell County right now, I think.
Okay.
I'd seen that.
Wide outs each way, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And
look for a draw play right here to Miller.
I think you're right, as Miller will line up from net, and he goes left side, and he is stopped. He picks up 1, and it's going to be 2nd down coming up for Bell County. Clock continues to run, 2 minutes.
And Sam Webb got in there.
Sam and Kobe Johnson, but, that wasn't a draw. He was what we call a GT. He pulled the backside guard and tackle leading on that.
16-8 score.
not a lot of urgency by Bell County right now.
And Bell will get the ball starting the second half, so it's very imperative that the Cougars keep them off the scoreboard right here.
Bell County take the snap, pass to the right side.
Nice play.
Miller nowhere to go there. A loss of yardage that time. Third down will be coming up.
And I think they're going to call a timeout here.
That's Colton Stidham on the big play out there. He came out one-on-one and
saw him
stuck
coming. Yes, he did.
And Colton is not really what I call a heavyweight, but he brought all the lead he had in his pencil right there.
And he made a good form tackle on him. So I was going to just ask, do you think Coach Matthews calls a timeout? Before I even get it out, he calls timeout.
Well, he thinks his defense is playing well right now, guys, and he.
Well, it's third. What is it?
That a long way. We're out 12.
Third and 12.
Close to it. Yeah.
And this is where, you miss a Brett Smith. You get a situation when the clock's low. He's got that explosive speed that any time he can break a long one, and they miss that, and especially the clock running down situation.
And Brett come walking by me a minute ago and looked like a wet puppy, not being able to play the game.
And he knows whatever happened. But you're out there and seeing your brothers work, and he's watching them and thinking he could help them, and it's got to hurt.
We have a volleyball game this week coming up, main display.
Don't have a volleyball game this week, but we've got Letcher Central at Knott Central on Monday the 16th.
Oh, should be a dandy.
That'll make up for 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely.
That will be a barn burner of a game, and hopefully everybody can tune in next Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Monday after next, I should say.
Should be a dandy.
Now, this is a chance here. Coach Dudley, I keep wanting to call him Haywood. Coach Dudley, do you just run the clock out here?
They're going to add some time to the clock, guys. 1:22. I've not seen the clock change yet, though.
I'm not sure.
They're.
Yes, there it goes.
Yep, 1:22.
5 seconds back on the clock.
Yep, wideouts each way for the Bobcats of Bell County as Burnett will take it to the right side. He's looking downfield. He's got a pass, and it's too low.
Dropped.
Yeah, it's too low. Hey.
Saves a timeout.
Yeah,
and I think that there might have been a little bit of a busted play. Did you see he made a play fake or something? It just wasn't as smooth as what they've done in the past. But you're right, it saves a timeout.
And I think the Bobcats may punt her away.
Guys. There's no doubt. No doubt.
Going back for the Cougars will be number 2. That's Brown.
That's Gavin Ramsey, yeah.
Oh. But, if Brigham goes down to catch that thing, I think he has a good opportunity to convert the first down. And Brown
well, here we go. I see the punt coming up for the Bobcats, and there it is. Cougars will leave this alone, guys. It'll drop about the 32-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Hey, they got 1:11.
Boys, Big Sam Webb, if he would have, he could have stuck his arms out. He would have had that punt.
I think he was. But that was a 35-yard punt with no return, so that was good for Bell County.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball will be placed closer to the 33, and with 1:11 to go.
Let's see if they spread it out. Let's see if they spread it out and go with it here.
I mean,
they have 2 timeouts, so you still can't rule out the run.
Right. Wideouts each way. Johnson, I see, is lined up over to the right.
Now, Johnson's got great hands.
Yes, he does, as Williams will be the setback with Holbrook, and here's the pass, and it's called by the Cougars. A little fake there, down to the 40, 45, and out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
And smartly goes out of bounds.
And,
absolutely.
I was just going to say they've got to get the ball in Gavin's hands somehow because Gavin, without Brett, Gavin is your next big playmaker on the team.
Nice play by Gavin.
Nice block that time by Branham, and nice block by Kobe Johnson to spring him. And, of course, he goes out of bounds to save the timeout and stop the clock.
Same formation again by the Cougars as Holbrook will get ready to take the snap. He'll go back. Here's the pass. Caught. Galvin's going to play a little music again down to the 43-yard line and be second down.
Yeah, I really like what the Cougars are doing. Instead of trying to throw across that free safety, now they're throwing the short out routes. They're down to with just one-on-one coverage.
Because they're giving 6 to 8 yards at least on the out. So you take what you give, and then Brown goes out of bounds.
58 seconds on the clock for the Cougars. Holbrook will get ready to take the snap here. He looks over again, and they're going to take the 6 yards again and make a little more out of it, and it will be 1st and 10.
And you're taking 5 seconds off the clock to do that.
Right now, if I'm Logan Johnson, offensive coordinator, I'm thinking perfect time for a hitch and go. We've ran 3 straight outs, let him shake the out, double move, and go to the corner and just loft it up for him, away from the safety to the corner of the end zone.
Guys, if they don't come up and make this tighter now.
They're coming up to press a little bit on this side this time.
Yes, they are now. Holbrook getting ready for the snap, wide outs each way. And Holbrook keeps it and gets the drive and really doesn't pick up much there, guys. Maybe a couple yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars. And the Cougars
call timeout.
We're going to call a timeout, and let's take a 30-second timeout as well. 16-8. We're coming back.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. One little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Glad you're with us tonight on Hometown 24. 47 seconds until the half. The Man Toyota at the half will be coming up. The guys will have scores from all around the area. And we'll also talk about the college games tomorrow. Be sure to send your score to us for the South Carolina-Kentucky game. 3:30 kickoff on ABC.
Now, you see David Bell's dropped back into a 2-safety look with press coverage on the outside. So they're going to try to take away the out with safety help over the top.
Here, Holbrook getting ready for the snap with wideouts each way. Williams is a setback. Here's the throw. Galvin's got it again. 30, 25, down to the 22-yard line. And I think that will be a first down for the Cougars, guys. With 38 seconds, you've got to line up. And the Cougars will take another timeout. And so do we just leave it here? We'll leave it here. And first down for the Cougars.
As Jim just said, no more timeouts. 38 seconds to go here.
So now you've got to be very prescriptive with your play calling. But the outs are going to be hard to take now with press coverage and the 2 safeties over the top. What you saw there was attacking the crossing route in the middle of the field, which is what's going to be open. But you risk.
You
got
to get the first down. You got to brush it up and be ready to go.
Is that the Cougars' last time out?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Now, if you're the Cougars right now, you're sending in 2 plays instead of 1.
Oh, yeah.
So,
you're right.
we're sending in 2 plays, hurrying up to the ball.
You're right. You got 38 seconds. You got time for 2 plays. So
and then Bell County's going to have that inside leverage probably on the wide outs to see what they can do to keep them inbounds. And, of course, you've condensed the playing field now, being on the 23-yard line.
Cougars will have the football. Holbrook will get ready. Williams will be the back beside. 2 wide outs each side. Here's the ball in the air. It's up. It's picked off by Bell County.
There's a flag.
And there is a flag.
I'm not sure what the flag was thrown for, but I would imagine it's some kind of holding or pass interference.
Where was the flag at?
Quarterback picked that
right
off.
on the 5-yard. They threw it on the 5.
Bell County. So we'll see.
Yeah, it could be defensive holding if that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might have been a hold call, but I couldn't tell. I was looking over the shoulder on the video.
Yeah.
We'll wait on Tyrone Fields, the white hat, to call pass interference.
Well, that'll be a first down for the Cougars, but you got 30 seconds. Guys, you got time for 2 plays. I couldn't see much going on. You don't have a timeout, so, again, you're going to send 2 plays out and go with it. Jim, you and Manus?
You're going to call. 13-13. Hazard just tied it up going into half at Paris.
Perry 21-14 over Lawrence.
13-yard line is 1st and 10 for the Cougars as Williams will line up beside of Holbrook. Wideouts each way. Johnson in motion to the right side. Holbrook looking it over. He's going to keep it, and
he's going to stay in bounds.
Yeah, he's going to stay in bounds.
Go.
And I think he was trying to get out, guys. Just could not reach it as the Cougar clock continues to run.
Yeah.
15-14. You got to get a snap off and send somebody long. Let's go. Let's go Cougars, and here he goes left side. Holbrook, he's got his target. He's got a man. It's caught out of bounds at the 5.
1 yard, 1 second
so
left.
Second to
got
go.
one play here.
Yep, 1 play to go, and this will be our last play of the half. Coming
That's another great throw by Gunnar Holbrook. That was his left. He made a great throw and a nice catch out there.
Yeah.
Who was the receiver there?
I did not catch who.
Was it Branham?
Ball is on the 5-yard line, fellas. So what do you do here? You gotta go end zone.
It's got to be the end zone.
Yeah, and you're going to try to run some kind of pick play. Look for him to go to trips and try to run a pick to get somebody open.
Right. Stay with us, man. Toyota at the half coming up. And we'll go over the scores. So
kind of hurts them right here. Their field goal kicker, Emma Adams, that was her hurt foot, so they couldn't kick a field goal.
Didn't know that earlier. We mentioned her at the
talk to her before the game, and hope she's back at Hazard. She said she's going to try to be back next week. Yes, Holbrook,
man coverage.
Right side, and here's the pass, and
it's going to be knocked away.
Yep,
really nice pass.
A nice play, and. Cougars just a little short there again.
Oh, yeah.
Nice pass.
Yeah.
And it was the defender just got his hands right in there.
Guys, the Cougars has had 3 nice drives tonight. 3 nice drives tonight. Really 4. 4 nice drives tonight. We're going to take a break. 16-8 or score. Bell County leading. And stay with us. This is a good football game in Whitesburg. Stay with us. We'll be back.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. 1 little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central High School Friday night football here with IF 16-8 score. And guys, the man Toyota at the Hive and Manus Blair, Jim McCauley and Dave Adams with you, and glad all of you are viewing in tonight. We're glad to have all of you along. Guys, let's get to the scores. Well, I know we got a good one in Hazard.
Oh, it's a shootout down there. I've been getting updates.
Both in Perry County.
Yeah, Hazard took the lead. Paris takes the kickoff back for a touchdown. Paris is up 20-18 with 4:29 left in the half, and I think they scored 20 points, both teams, in about a minute and a half.
And both are very capable of scoring 20 again before the halftime ends. And Perry Central is ahead of Lawrence County 21-14 at the half. So two really good games down in Perry County.
Oh, absolutely.
And, Perry was a team, I think, when we had our preseason that I told you guys I really felt was going to be a lot better than what a lot of people anticipated. They've got 14 seniors on that team, had a couple of transfers that came in that have really boosted their offense a little bit. And then you've got Coach Dixon, who is another one of those guys who walks around with that hardware on his hand, and that means a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, I like I said on Before the Whistle, and last year you will remember I picked Perry Central to be the team to surprise, and I promised I wouldn't do it again this year, but I agree with Jim on that, David. That's a team to look out for, and, when you've got Mark Dixon as your head coach, you're going to improve as the year goes along.
Yeah, you got a lot of experience there with Coach Dixon. He's coach got some years under his belt, some great teams at Hazard too, and
while we're talking about Mark Dixon, his daughter Alyssa Dixon very good libero for Prairie County Central and a very good softball player as well. So.
She is so quick. I'm telling
Quick
you,
on
she
quick.
can turn off the light switch and be in bed before it gets dark.
Quick on quick.
She is quick.
You know, we're already in week 3 of high school football. Guys, it will not be long till the round ball will be here and get started.
It's still football season
It's still
right now.
football.
Still football season.
Hey, by the way,
in the
Cats, and
Cats,
South
Cats.
Carolina. What's the score tomorrow, Manus Blair?
I said on before the whistle, 28-14.
28-14.
And, of course, you don't even have to ask me who's supposed to win.
I got Kentucky winning tomorrow.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm scared to put a score out there because South Carolina, I last year I had that one down, and yeah, I know. But I'm going to say Cats. I'm going to say 28-12.
Hey, that's a good score.
He's a smart man.
I'll go 27-10.
2017.
Yeah.
He just prices right at us, man.
You know, I had to get in there somewhere because I think you all picked the score for sure tomorrow. No question about it. Guys, how about the Bobcats here?
Bobcats, offensive line and in their drives, doing what they do well, and look for a lot more dose of Miller.
Well, Miller was a big tool, but really the guy that really hurt him was the fullback, the quick dive to the fullback, Evans. I was very impressed with his running style. And once again, it's not anything fancy. It's just line it up and get the ball to him quick.
Yeah.
And the way the Cougars defense play, sometimes they hit it.
Catch him off guard.
Sometimes they don't. But that quick hitter is just really gets him 3 or 4 yards before anybody knows what's going on.
How about the Cougars, guys? How can Cougars contain them? Bell County will get the ball back when we start. They need a defensive stop. They can't let Bell score, I feel that will really give Bell an edge here.
Offensively, I think they've done really, really well on the offensive end. Just a few miscues and misreads, but defensively, just like Jim says, if you're taking that chance and you're doing some twists and you're doing some turns and you're upright, and it just if they catch you in the wrong gap. And you may over pursue to one side or another, and then they hit you on the opposite power and goes across. So, I just look for a game similar to what we saw in the first half.
Well, Bell's not going to do anything fancy.
No, they're
They're lining up. You're seeing a lot of offset eye. They've been in the wishbone. And it's just simply power trap dive.
Surprisingly, they've not been in the wishbone as much as I thought they would be.
Yeah, and we saw the option one time. I think you'll see them come back to the option. The more that we have to gamble to stop the inside play, football's a chess match. That opens up something else. And then once again, they
then you got to counter that.
They threw to the big tall receiver one time, had him open and overthrew him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bell come back with that 6'4" receiver out there trying to get him the ball.
Because it's a mismatch on the outside. We love the way Gavin Brown plays, but 6'4" as opposed to 5'4", 5'6", 5'7". In a jumping competition, and I'm small myself, and you just can't out-jump them if everything's equal.
I said the same thing at Johnson Central 2 years ago. They had a big, tall receiver, and Gavin had him man coverage, and I think 3 straight plays Gavin went up on the inside and made beautiful plays. So Gavin, I'm saying if Gavin's 6'1", guys, Gavin's playing major college football.
Yeah. Folks, you've heard it here on Man Toyota at the Hive, and Manus wants to throw in one more thing.
Well, the thing about it is you've got a great crowd and everything. We're seeing really good football, and it's been clean football.
Yes, it has.
There's not been any, and the officials have let them play pretty much, and it just makes for good football to watch.
Absolutely. Good point, Manus. We're going to take a break. When we come back, third quarter, we'll be ready to start here at Letcher County Central. Thank you for joining us, Mantoy, at the half. And I want to remind everyone, we will keep those scores going as this game continues. All around, we'll have the Belfry score when we come back. No question about that. That should be a dandy Belfry and Johnson Central as well. Stay with us. Third quarter coming up.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
See a penny? Pick it up and head to Appalachian Wireless and buy a new iPhone 13. 1 little old penny for an iPhone 13. Choose a 2-year contract or on the Mix and Match or Unlimited plan. Staying connected never goes out of style, and we make it easy with a new iPhone 13 for just a penny. Terms and conditions do apply. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Couple minutes away from the third quarter getting started here at Letcher County Central, Bell County, and Letcher Central going at it. And 31-7 score by David Thacker.
Once again, a smart man.
Yeah, 31-7. Well,
he's a smart man.
Not a bad score. You know,
I go along with that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I leave that stadium and it's 31-7, it's free food for everybody in the tailgate.
Now, anybody out there want to text us your score, we'll be glad to talk about it and brag on you. No question about it. We will do that.
Unless you pick South Carolina.
Jim Bob's boss is at home. Outside in the hot tub with Hometown 24 up on the wall. Got it going, watching the football game, and glad to have the boss along with us tonight. No question about it. I did get that right. She is your boss.
Most definitely my boss.
Oh, well, Cougars will get ready to kick off as Bell County will have the football here starting the third quarter. And, guys, beautiful crowd out tonight in this beautiful weather. And I tell you, big-time high school football right here.
Yeah, a few people having to put on their sweatshirts, and so that even more so makes it football weather in the bluegrass.
Jim Bob brought up maybe a chance of rain around midnight, a little shower or something, if it holds off. And it looks like we've got that opportunity, I think. You know.
I don't want to hear anything about rain.
Or lightning, right?
And definitely lightning. No, I do not want to see that.
Cougars getting ready to kick off here. Bell County will be receiving third quarter, 16-8 score. So,
and that's Jackson Meade, looks like.
Yeah, Jackson Meade will put the ball back, and here comes Bell County picking it up 26-30 up to the 34-yard line, and the Cougars meeting strong there. And it's going to be
about on the 30. The 33?
33, first and 10
yeah,
for
a great kick by Jackson that time. He got a little area under it and dropped it right over in front of him.
And that was a tough catch by Creech to pick it up, and then he gained it a little bit after that. So
let's see if the Cougars make some adjustments here on the defensive front to try to stifle this running game a little bit.
Here comes Bell County. We'll put a wide out to the right. As Burnett will be the quarterback for Bell County. Pitches it out, number 22. That's Miller, and he'll pick up about Jim Bob. You and Maina see that about 5?
Yeah, about 5. And Stidham had a chance to get him in the backfield and kind of dropped his head and just missed him.
Yeah, and I was trying to pick up who actually made the tackle, and I think that was number 52 for the Cougars. That's Brody Griffith.
Yeah, Brody's got a bright future for a young kid. That Griffin name has been synonymous with good defensive players here at Letcher Central, and Brody's going to be another one of those outstanding guys to carry the torch.
Just sophomore.
Yep.
Burnett will be the quarterback. He'll take the handoff, left side run, and nowhere to go there. He's met as number 22 Miller, and Cougars are doing a good job, guys, here of late taking the inside run away from Bell County.
Kind of starts in the middle. Big Trip Stamper. He took a hold of the center, and he got a push that kind of sealed the hole up and, kind of shut it down right there.
Big third down play coming here, guys.
Absolutely. Third and about 3, maybe 4 there, but it's closer to 3 than 4. You're right, Manus. This is a big play for the Cougars on defense. Barnett will hand it off.
And they stop him.
Yeah, they do. He gets maybe 1, and it's going to be 4th down. And
that was Jackson Meade that made the tackle in the hole.
Dudley Hilton is in his play, and he's going for it, guys.
Oh, my.
And it's a long 2.
Yeah.
And this
says a whole lot
maybe
here.
A 3-year stat man.
Now, here's where we've got to really keep from jumping off sides. They're going to maybe a hard count right here.
I could, but the handoff.
And he's going to be stopped.
He is going to be stopped, and the Cougars with a big-time play. And guys have really, I seen him cut, but I thought he was going to go outside, but he came inside.
And they went with Evans.
Yeah, they went with the fullback dive again.
Yeah.
And that time we saw in the second half a much more aggressive defensive front from the Cougars, getting off the ball and kind of, instead of just going through the hole, they're kind of taking their man with them and gobbling it up and letting the linebackers clean it up. So kudos to the Cougars and a chance.
Tie this thing up. 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Wideouts each way. Williams will be the back. Dot the I with the main man, Holbrook, and right up the middle he goes, right side, all the way down to the 34. He's met there by the Bobcats.
Nice
Second
game.
down coming
Yeah,
up.
Quentin Williams, very patient runner. He kind of takes a second to let the hole develop, and he is deceptively quick.
Yes, he is.
It doesn't look like he's going that fast, but then you look and he's 5-6 yards down the field.
Seemed like he'll slow down, guys, and just make
And
one
he
step,
just
and
now got 7 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really like the Cougars staying with this running game as much as possible.
Holbrook will get ready for the snap with wideouts each way, and here we go, and Williams will get another opportunity up the middle as he dances and picks up
the
4 or
first
5.
down, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
He's right
Jackson
on the
Meade
line.
with a good pull and kick out on that play.
So it's going to be, guys, that's.
Nope.
I thought he had it by half a yard.
And by all intents and purposes, it's going to be first down instead of inches.
I thought it was very, very close. Our stat man was trying to mark it off to the inch that time, I believe. But anyway, 8:50 on the clock.
I like this
16-8.
Full house backfield out of the gun right here.
Absolutely, as Holbrook will get ready. And motion, and here we go as Johnson will run it up the middle and get 5 guys, and shows his strength as he continues
and
to
Evan
run.
Cummins pushing the pile on there.
Get another yard or 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that play. They faked. They brought the kid in motion and pulled the linebacker out, then faked to the up back, and then gave it to Johnson off guard.
Johnson, a strong runner, guys. He's strong, and he's back here now in the backfield, wideouts each way. Holbrook will take the ball. Johnson right off guard, and will pick up 5-6 more, and it's close to a first down for Letcher, about a yard
and
short.
There's going to be a late penalty. Somebody clearing off the pile.
It looked to me like one of the Bell County defenders hit 75, Trip Stamper, and then he hit the guy.
So we're going to see right here.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think they should pick that one up.
And let's see.
So you saw it right. I saw the second play.
Yeah, the kid, shoved Stamper from behind, and then in return, he kind of flopped into the next guy and knocked him down after the whistle. So this really puts the Cougars in really good situation right here.
It does indeed. Under 8 minutes, third quarter to go here.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd say let's stay in between the tackles right here.
And Johnson goes out on subs.
We'll let Williams pick up the slack.
Yeah, Williams will come in, and he's done a nice job this quarter running the football, guys. He really has. Holbrook gets the ball. Williams left side, 15, cuts in back inside, 10, goes all the way down to the 6, and it's going to be first and goal for the Cougars.
Ran 20 to get 6.
Yeah, I thought he was hemmed up, and he planted his outside foot, and he absolutely ran over top of one defender before 2 more brought him
and
down.
And they over-pursued a little bit on it.
Second down coming up now. Not much to go there, 5 yards maybe.
It looks like it's close.
They can get a first down, right?
Yeah, they can go all the way down to the 1, I believe, so they can get the first down. Holbrook.
Johnson back in.
Yeah, Johnson will be back in and the back as wideouts each way, but it's not going to any of them.
Oh, good tackle.
Yeah.
Right on the knee, though.
Yeah, he took a shot right there.
Johnson goes down about at the 6-yard line.
I think he caught him right on the thigh pad right there. Just got that good hard helmet to the thigh pad.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
And that was Green that come up to make that tackle, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle.
That was a tough hit, guys.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, he took a good one right on the quad.
Yeah. He needs to keep moving and stay moving because
you don't want that to calcify.
Yeah,
they'll not keep him out long.
Got to stretch it out.
Holbrook will get his play from coach and come in as Williams will.
Now, if you'll see the safety keeps creeping up, it might open up that slant route right here.
It could do it as Holbrook will take it, but Williams will take it. He'll go 5, 4.
Oh, he stopped short.
Yeah.
He's going to be very close to the first down if they give him a good progress here.
I would say.
Yeah, the way they marked it, he's going to have the first.
Yeah, by the stick over there, he's got the first down.
And there it is, first down.
Yeah. Yeah. And first down. So first and goal for the Cougars with a chance to tie this thing up, guys.
The Cougars have kind of took a little bit out of Bell County's playbook this first drive, just kind of, in between the tackles and controlling the clock.
Yes, they have. Holbrook, hand off to Williams, straight up.
And he's going to be in.
And he gets in as he falls
touchdown.
in. That's going to be a touchdown, and that's puts the score at 16-14 as
big 2-point conversion right here.
Yes, it is.
And ultimately, it cost Coach Hilton going on fourth down and gave them the short field, and they were able to convert on it.
Yeah, Williams and Johnson I think they had every carry on that drive.
Yes, they did.
And I don't think that I saw any plays that were negative plays.
Cougars, 2-point conversion coming up for them.
And
and we're ready to go now as the official sets the ball at the 3 for the extra 2-point try here. Holbrook got Johnson and Williams on each side, guys, wide outs each way. Holbrook takes the snap and a little toss and incomplete as it had the right play called, I thought, guys. He was there. It was just tossed a little too high. We'll be back. It's 5:56 to go, third quarter, 16-14, Bell by 2. Stay with us. We got a good game in Whitesburg.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to Whitesburg. 5:56 to go, third quarter. 16-14 our score. Guys, we got any scores in the area?
I'm waiting on my
trusty.
My trusty sidekick over there on.
And my phone has frozen for some reason.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on Mr. Goins to send me some updates, and he must be in the refrigerator fixing a bologna sandwich right now.
We got Purry at Purry playing tonight. Hazard at Hazard against Paris, and Bell and Letcher playing tonight, and that score is 16-14 here, and we've got a dandy going. And to be honest with you,
the momentum has gone to the Cougars.
Well, it has gone
they've
to
shut
the
them down
Cougars.
2 out of the last 3 possessions of the football. Letcher Central defense getting some bugs straightened out. Nice kick by Jackson Mead.
Jackson Mead way back. It's on the 13,
Oh.
and down he goes, and that's a big-time play by the Cougars. No gain on the kickoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gavin Ramsey comes in like a jet
Ramsey,
after
a big play.
Really nice kick from Jackson Mead back on about the 10-yard line, and he kind of bobbled it.
You high on that young man, ain't
I
you?
am. I've watched him play since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, and let me tell you, that kid can play.
I'll tell you this, the young man hustles and plays very hard. I will say that.
And, when you're looking at both of these teams have played really, really hard. And within the scheme of the rules, and nothing dirty, nothing,
Right.
Just the late penalty there for Bell County kind of hurt them a little bit.
And if you're Bell County, a very important drive for them coming up, guys, because they've not had a good drive the last 3 times, really. Burnett will hand it off to the right side off tackle, and we'll get his number there as we're number 18 for the
Looked like
Bobcats.
they were in the wishbone. I missed it. Were they in the wishbone?
Yes, yes. Number 18 is Neal carrying the football for the Bobcats. And a pickup of, well.
He got 4, I believe.
Well, maybe 5. It's 2nd and 5 to go on the board. Jim, I thought he ran hard, Mr. Neal, that time. Went off guard, and Cougars, pretty good defense there, and he was able to battle and get it off. Back to the right side, and he'll pick up
maybe a yard.
Yeah.
Short of the first.
Yeah. 3rd down, 8. Another big 3rd down play
Very
coming
big.
up, guys.
Very big, and it's going to be 2.5 yards, guys, here.
Yeah.
And this is the experience that Coach Hilton brings. He's not going to panic. He's going to stay within the scheme of what he does best.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to see Miller right here. And, the Cougars are just going to have to keep that penetration up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once again in the wishbone.
Yep, wide out, 1 to the left, and you will not see the ball go to him, folks. They're going to run the football when they line up in the wishbone. They're going to run it.
He didn't get it.
And
no,
he did not
did
get
not.
it. He's going to be 2 yards short.
Yes, he is. Ball's on the 21.
Going to have to
4th
punt it
down.
here.
Yeah, guys, once again, Trip Stamper came off the ball and absolutely annihilated the center, pushed him back, and made the runner bounce it out to where the linebacker was sitting. I think that's how the defense is supposed to be drawn up.
Hazard leading 24-20 over Paris in the 3rd quarter down at Hazard. Now, guys, Bobcats are going for it. And you talk about a big play.
Gotta watch the hard
This
count.
is a big play. And here's the handoff. And
It's fumble. Don't know who. It's a mass.
And Bobcats got it back.
Now, the question is, did the fumble
knee down or?
Yeah. And did the Cougars get the football?
And it's going to be a 1st down.
It's a rough break for the Cougars right there.
Hey, good defense, guys, and it just didn't bounce for them that time. They got to keep their head up and keep going.
And it just barely got the first
and
down.
the bad thing is they had the ball carrier. He would not have had the first down.
Yeah.
And the ball squirts forward.
The old Kenny Stabler fumble it ahead thing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, Barnett will.
1 for 2 on the 4th down plays.
Barnett will get ready as he'll take the handoff. And here
he's open.
Yeah, he's got him, and it's a good fly. And the Bobcats 20-10, 5 touchdown. And
nice call.
It was a nice call, nice play. And touchdown by the big guy.
My goodness, did Miller not
Brickman,
absolutely? Was it Miller that threw the
Miller threw it, yes.
What a beautiful ball from the tailback.
I tell you, this well-designed play is Brickman will take it in for the touchdown for Bell
Brown
County.
almost was able to make the tackle before he got in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nice play call by Coach Hilton and his offensive people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that play covered 70 yards on that halfback toss pass.
And Coach Matthews is
he's wanting to know about something.
I'm not sure what he's
Coach Matthews
keeps pointing at back there, so I'm not really sure what the what he was looking for or talking about.
Rolling to the right, the Bobcats. He's got room. Here's the throw. It's caught, and it's a 2-point to Mr. Evans as he hauls it in on the back side of the end zone to give the Bobcats a 24-14 lead.
Boy, just like that, momentum flips.
Man, one play, guys, and it sweeps back. Let's take a break. When we come back, Cougars will have the football, 24-14. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Welcome back. 24-14 our score. I want to remind everyone we'll be in Hazard next Friday night for a big matchup with the Cougars right here, traveling down to Hazard to play the Bulldogs. Should be a dandy football game. Hope you tune in for that one. 7:30 kickoff on Friday night. Guys,
renewed spirit from the Bobcats.
I think an important drive for the Cougars. Very important. Bobcats getting ready to kick it off here. Number 22 is Miller will do the honors for the Bobcats. And down the middle it goes, picked up by the Cougars. Moving to the right side, 40, a little room there. And up to the 50-yard line, and he's still going, and he still has got a chance, and he goes to the 35. Kinser, what a play by the young man.
And that gets the Cougar faithful up.
Yeah.
Now that's determination,
yeah,
we call
Dawson
it.
Kinser's got no quit in him at all. I mean, he's a first-year player, but I'm telling you, the kid is tough.
My. I tell you what, I've not seen that play this year by anybody.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He played hind catcher on the baseball team, and he's a kid that just goes out every day, suits it up, and gives you 100%.
There you go.
And he's an awesome kid.
Very smart.
36-yard line, first and 10, great field position,
and
the best of the night for the Cougars.
Brought the Cougar faithful up, and the Cougar sideline over here, they're up and at it again after the touchdown by the Bobcats.
Johnson showing a little motion, hand off to Williams, left side. He'll cut it up, and he'll pick the football back up, and the official says he's down at the 31 and a half.
Veered off to the left, guys, and then he saw the hole back to his side and stopped and pivoted and went back to it. So nice run by Williams.
He's been getting 4 and 5 yards carry, guys.
Believe it or not, coming into this game, he had 19 yards rushing in the first two
last
games.
year when Gunner went down, Quentin had to pick up the slack and really showed everybody what he could do with the football in his hands.
Yeah.
And he's a very athletic young man.
Because most time he played on the defensive side.
Yes.
Holbrook.
See what the Bobcats
Johnson
draw
will
up here.
line up behind him. Williams will come in motion, one wide out each way, and hand off to Johnson right up the middle.
Great block.
He will.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, it is. They have learned that they do not tackle Mr. Johnson upstairs. You tackle him.
And that was Owens that made
downstairs.
the tackle in the open field there.
Great block by 65 Jack Mead right there. He absolutely had a pancake on that.
And I'm sure this is going to be 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be with a 10-point deficit.
Yeah. The question is now, do you take a chance and go through the air again? They've not had a great deal of success in the air except for some short outs.
30 and about 6 almost. Holbrook, Johnson up near the 30, makes his cut down to the 22-yard line. And that's going to be a first and 10 as Mr. Johnson says, hello, Bobcats.
Listen, guys, I mean, he just put the bulldozer blade down in front of him right there, and he met the cornerback in the corner.
I heard it up here. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I did hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, Kobe. He brought the thunder right there.
It's nice to see that he's back on the field after that hit earlier.
Absolutely, wideouts each way. Holbrook will be ready. Johnson will line to the right as Bell County 34 on defense or 44 stacked there. And here we go, and Mr. Johnson right up the middle, and guys, he's going to get 2. I thought he had him when he first got to football. I thought he might thought about going out, but he stayed with the plan and went inside.
He's not an east-west runner. He's a guy that's got to get his pass down in front of him.
Downhill.
North to south, yes.
Yes, downhill.
1:28, third quarter, as the Cougars are driving.
We got a 2nd and 8 right here.
Yes, they do, and you've got wideouts each way as Holbrook will hand it, and Johnson will go out left, but not much room there as Bell County, good defense that time as they come up quickly and closed in.
You lose so much leverage when you're running back like Kobe. When you get outside and can't get your shoulders turned around. not as efficient as he is in between the tackles. Now you're in a passing situation right here.
Wideouts each way as Holbrook will get ready. A big third down coming up for the Cougars. Williams will be the back, and he will fake it to Williams. Here's the pass, and it's incomplete. He was down there looking for...
And he had Brown going to the post there.
Yeah.
It looked like to me he gave up on him a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of stopped.
The Bell County defenders were very, very physical, and you can have contact as long as the ball's not in the air.
Right.
So I saw some people saying it's a pass interference, but he hadn't threw the ball yet.
Well, Cougars will go ahead and go for this, and
Prairie Central up 28-14 in the third quarter over Lawrence County.
28-14. Prairie with a win last week at against Breathitt County, and now going for
LCC is going to call a timeout to think about it right here.
Yep. Well, let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back to finish the third quarter up 24-14 our score. We'll be back.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. 28-12 our score over in Hyman as Knott County leading Lynn Camp.
Boy, Knott County go 3-0. I don't know if I remember the last time that team went 3-0.
It's been a while since the Patriots have been 3-0. And
excited for their football program.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Mullins over there trying to fire the Patriots up, keep them rolling.
Hazard up 30-20.
Over Paris. Yeah.
Let's look for the Cougars to try to attack something across the middle right here.
Wideouts each way. Williams will be the back as Holbrook drops back, looks downfield. Ball in the air and
intercepted.
And I thought the receiver of the Cougars fell
What a
down
knothead
in the
play.
end
And he was not touched down and decided elected to come out, and that's going to cost them at least. But once again, it's a turnover in the red zone.
Absolutely. And that is 3 of them tonight, Manus Blair, if I counted right. So 14 seconds to go. We'll have one play left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and when
I thought the receiver fell down. Is that
the receiver did fall, but he underthrew him. The receiver was very open, but we've seen.
I believe it was Outlaw out on the.
Yeah, Holbrook's very efficient when he's driving off that back foot, but when he gets back on his heels, he's got a tendency to float the ball a little bit. But now, Bell County, they could eat a lot of clock on this drive. But now, once again, the Cougars can come out here and can come around with really good field position.
Bell County, as they will take the handoff and run that 14 seconds out and pick up 3 on the play. Going to be second down, and that'll be our last play. And when we come back, folks, we'll have the fourth quarter. It's 24-14. Cougars will need a turnover, so stay with us. We'll be coming back.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter getting ready to start here at Letcher Central. Jim McCauley, Manus Blair, and Dave Adams with you, and all the hometown crew. Glad to be here. And remember, next Friday night we'll be at Daniel Field at Hazard as
in the holler.
Yes.
In the holler.
Yes, as the Letcher Central Cougars will travel down. And I'll tell you, folks, that could be a dandy. Both teams playing pretty well for most part this season. You know.
And right here, David and Jim swinging momentum once again toward the Bobcats here. And can the Cougars keep them in this end of the end zone and make them punt?
Well, if Bell can have a long, sustained drive here, it's going to be really, really tough.
Really tough.
Being down 2 possessions.
Wideouts each way. Burnett, we're back with a throw. He's got his man, and he could not hang on to it.
Try to one-hand it.
Yeah, that was Hayden Dameron for – I thought the throw was pretty good.
Had a little gap on
there.
That's,
and that is a Bell County staple.
Yeah.
Leak that tight end out down the seam.
Cramp on one of the Cougars as he grabbed his calf, and they're trying to get it out. And, you know, it was hot when the game started.
Oh,
and,
and as Jim will attest to you and the people of Knott County now with their turf, that heat stays in that turf for quite some time. So,
the Letcher Central players have a lot of guys that are playing both ways, and that's not been something in the past that they've had.
Yeah,
I think that might be Stamper shook up. Nope, he's on the sideline. I can't see who it is, but those linemen are playing both ways.
And one of their people, and I forgot to kind of mention it, but. When they hollered at me today, I think it was Keaton Fields is out, and that will not allow them to rotate one additional body in there. And I think he's under concussion protocol. That's Jackson Meade, looks like, Jim.
Okay. Johnson Central Belfry are tied 21-21 right now.
And Hazard is still up on Hazard 30-20 with 6 minutes and a half to go in the third quarter.
It looks like Jack's all right. I know he's a tough kid.
Yeah, he's coming off there.
Get some fluid and
roll that
thing
back
out there. Yeah.
So here we go, guys. Third down.
Yeah, big third down coming up. So Cougars need a desperate stop and get the football back, guys, to have a shot at this, because Jim Bob talking a long drive would make it tough on the Cougars. Burnett will be the quarterback for Bell County. Wide out each way. Moves to the left side, hits a keeper, and
he's not going to get it.
No.
Yeah, that's that speed option play back to the left side they ran in the first half, but that time the quarterback kept it, and he got hit pretty well.
Yes, he did. Now it's
so. Do you think? Do you go for it here?
No.
Dudley, I think you'll see Dudley punt the football. I would think so. I mean it's a long three. Woo,
yeah, it's closer to 4.
Yeah, it is 4. Now
he may not try. He may try to go with the hard count, but I've thought that twice. And it looks like,
especially back here when it was deep on the other side of the field.
Yeah. So,
but who am I to doubt him? I'm not going to doubt him.
Well. You know what, guys? Listen, he's going. He's going.
Oh, my.
Yes, he is. 2 wide outs to the right.
Look for him to give the ball back to the running back right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And here it is.
Quick pitch.
And there it is. Quick pitch. And
he's going to get it.
He is going.
Oh, it's going to be nope. They marked him. Yeah. Thought his knee may have hit before as he was reaching out, but they gave him the first down.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big play right there.
That's another 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That Bobcats will have the football.
Yeah. I mean, this game has been so tight at times.
So do you think Coach Hilton goes by analytics?
I think that he probably goes by. He may not have a very good punter.
You know
that
what?
very well may be. Yeah.
Guys, if you coach long as him, is there any pressure whatsoever? No.
You think the people of Bell County is going to question him? Not in your not in any way.
Look at him over there. He's one of the most relaxed guys around here.
Looks like he's at the lake fishing on his pontoon.
Absolutely. What a career Dudley's had. Second down coming up for the Bobcats with 9:57 to go here in the game. Looks like about 3. Yes, second and 3 to go as Burnett will take the handoff, left
goodness.
side.
He's
Here
got
comes
the angle.
He does have angle down to the 48-yard line, I would think, 1st and 10, and a nice ride there.
Yeah, Jet Outlaw on the tackle out there, cut him down, but that's a heck of a run right there. And we talked about that risk-reward defense. You know, everybody came in that time, and he went out.
Yeah. You wonder if the Cougars have enough gas in the tank, guys. They played defense a lot tonight, but so has the Bobcats.
Exactly.
Both teams has had good drives.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've been impressed with both these teams.
And you'll notice more and more, and I started to say shot clock, play clock, you'll see them run it down even more so towards 0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, too. Burnett will be the quarterback, and he will hand off as –
nice stick.
Yeah, it is. Gain of 1 that time. It's going to be second down and 9.
Garrett Howard and Kobe Johnson came in and hit that counter right in the mouth.
Yeah. And showed discipline on the weak side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's not going where the ball
Yes. And that's really tough on that play right there.
But that clock continues to tick down.
And you can see them. They take more and more time of not getting out of that huddle, and you will see Burnett look down at the play clock.
Burnett will hand it off. Left side, Miller picks up. Oh, he's going to be close to the first down marker. Yes, he's got it.
He picked up about 11 on that play.
Yep.
And he followed his fullback right on up and took his time right on up to the first down area.
1st and 10 as the Bobcats will let the clock continue to run, I'm sure. Of course, that one went out of bounds and stopped the clock.
The thing about it is they lost Mr. Football from their football team, and it's been a big adjustment for Bell County. But you can see that within the scheme that Miller has taken over the –
Yeah.
And they graduated, I think, 3 senior offensive linemen.
Yes.
Yeah. Burnett will get the handoff right off left guard, and Jim Bob, is it about 5 on that play, maybe 6?
Yeah, probably closer to 6 there.
Clock continues to run. Under 8 minutes coming up.
Yeah, Cougars have got to start trying to strip the football,
Yes,
being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. And, you see Miller covering both points of the football when he's carrying it.
And it
taught well.
Kind of looks like the Bell County offensive line is starting to gain a little momentum against the Cougar defense.
Arnett will be under center. Handoff, and not much there. 2 yards maybe. That was number 18. That's Neal running
he
the
was one that
football
had the
for
effective
the
run
Bobcats.
before.
Yeah, it looks like Stamper and Howard on the tackle right there.
Yeah.
When this game's over, Howard's he's stacked up a bunch of tackles.
Yeah, and that's a kid that was in a really bad car accident back this spring. Broke his leg really bad, and but it was like 4 days after he had the accident. He was in the weight room, not doing his leg, but bench pressing. He's a very dedicated young man.
Yes, he is. So here we go. It's 2 downs to get 2.
I don't really think that he's going to punt.
No. There's no doubt after what he's done in the back.
No way.
And on their end of the field. But once again, running that play clock down.
Burnett will take it under center, and there's the keeper, and he goes off to the left side, and he's got room there, and he's going to go down about the 17-yard line.
Boy, that was a great fake, and I don't know if that was an option.
Pre-design.
Was it an option to where he read the end and pulled it? But, they hammered.
Whatever, he made the right choice.
Yeah, he made the right choice.
Yeah. But clock is
Yeah,
winding away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if if they end up finishing this drive with the score, that's going to really put the Cougars in a hole.
But you look back on this game, guys, first half in the red zone twice with opportunity, and, so they had some bright spots tonight as well, the Cougars did, no question. 5:48 the clock, a 24-14er score, left side, and he's going to pick up two more, and that is number 18. That's Neal running again. That's 2 runs in a row for Mr. Neal
and it's
to the
going to
left
be,
side.
It's going to be under 5 minutes before they snap the ball again, and the clock, it seems like, if you're the Cougars, it's going so fast right now.
Yeah.
Perry Central 28. Lawrence scores to 21, 28-21. Johnson Central's ahead of Belfry 28-21.
We knew that would be a good football game.
And Hazard scores again, 36-20.
Going to be another big win for the Dogs if they keep it going. No gang on the play. It's going to be third down coming up for Bell County. 24-14er score as the clock continues to go. And
it's going to fall under 4 minutes before they snap the ball here.
Yeah.
And, Cougars used one of their timeouts, so they've only got 2 timeouts here in the fourth quarter.
Nice crowd tonight. Come out.
It's a really nice crowd.
It really is. Good football area up here at Letcher Central. Good sports and good people to come up here. They take care of you, and I want to thank them for letting us come in tonight.
New athletic director, Blake Mason.
Blake Mason, the AD, and he didn't only get us water, he got us fried chicken if we needed, Jim Bob. So he's took care of us tonight.
Right.
Absolutely.
He'll sleep well tonight.
He will. He works these 16-hour days, and he likes it.
That's right.
So,
he loves it. More power to him.
So when he's not blowing with a whistle, he's out here running. So he's ready. Ball will be. I'm trying to pick that up.
You're going to be under 3 minutes now.
9-yard line.
Cannot afford to let them go in here.
No, you pretty much going to have a turnover right here to have a chance.
Absolutely. You were right. Bell County with the football, with the clock running. Burnett will go under center, and now he's going to call a timeout. We'll take one as well, a 30-second one, 24-14. We'll be back.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back. 2:58 to go. Guys, what's the scores in the area one more time?
Hazard in the third quarter is up on Paris 36-20.
Perry Central answers quickly after a Lawrence County score and extends their lead to 35-21.
Whoa.
Yeah, Perry's, when you look down the line, you've got Corbin, and we know what Corbin brings, but I think that you've got 3 teams, maybe 4.
The host.
They can, have a playoff game at their place.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you want. You got to build upon that stuff.
Yeah.
Whitley's traditionally has a good football team. The Cougars are very capable of in that 2 spot. Perry Central.
Yeah. 4th and 1 coming up for Bell County. This could help if the Cougars could get this, guys. I mean, you got to want a chance, Here's the handoff, and That's going to
We'll
make
see
it
what they
tough.
mark, and I believe
Yeah.
he got the first down.
Yeah, down to the 7, and the clock will go there. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Dudley is trying to score. He's just trying to run the clock out, guys, to be honest with you.
He's going to do what he does.
Yeah.
And just happen to score, you score.
Yeah. So you can bet if he would go home right now at 24-14.
And, you talked about it. I think was it 3 times the Cougars had turnovers in the red zone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
And you can say all the if and buts and all that other stuff, but what matters is right to our left is the scoreboard.
It's on the scoreboard.
And a very nice scoreboard.
A very, very nice scoreboard. Player of the game, guys, be thinking about that, because we'll need to name that player of the game about at the minute and a half mark here. So you all be thinking who should have it. If you feel somebody from the Cougars has played a good game, I mean, that's fine as well, Ball down on we'll wait till he puts it down on about the 7. And it'll be second down and 7, or second
Cougars
and
are going
go.
to have to start looking at timeouts now.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be a moot point, but.
Yeah.
And, they're down to 2.
Well, guys, Mr. Miller had a big run there in the second quarter to get that
And
second
he threw a touchdown pass.
And he threw. So Mr. Miller of Bell County will be our player of the game. As the Bobcats running in close, but down to the 1. It'll be 3rd and go coming up for Bell County. So number 22, Caleb Miller, will be our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, and congratulate him for Bell County.
And that'll be a timeout for Letcher Central.
And we'll just keep it here. If we got scores to pass along, we'll do it, guys. Or any other thing we'd like to
still
mention.
36-20 Hazard.
Well, Johnson Central just extended their lead, 35-21 over Belfry.
And next week, Friday night, will be a Daniel Field for Letcher County Central and Hazard. So you'll want to tune in for that one. That should be a good one. Absolutely.
And then, of course, the volleyball game that me and Betty Von Cottle will be the 16th between Letcher Central and
Knott
County Central over at Knott County Central.
On a Monday night. Prime time Monday night. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I take my hat off to the Cougars tonight, guys. They didn't quit. They had some things that didn't go their way, but they played.
You had a few miscues.
I'm impressed with them. They played hard. Burnett will line up under center and just keep it quarterback right up there, and he's going to get the touchdown, and that will put the period on the game. And
30-14 really doesn't
describe the game.
Yeah, I agree.
No, how close it was.
Three costly turnovers in the red zone for the Cougars.
Yeah.
We talked about that in our last 2 broadcasts. You can't have mistakes in the red zone.
And that's what's happened in all 3 of them.
And the first one was a penalty, a holding penalty that put them in a situation that
on
they had
the
to
9-yard line.
On the 9-yard line.
Yeah, moved them back to the 19. And
then the interception in the end zone.
Yeah.
But, that's things that are correctable.
Yes, it is.
And that's why you play non-district games, so you get ready for those district games and be prepared
at a good non-district schedule.
Yeah,
you
very
play
good.
Raceland, you play Bell County.
Oh yeah, and you give kudos to Coach Matthews for scheduling those people.
I tell you, that's a pretty tough schedule.
And it looks like Hazard is much better than what we thought beginning of the year.
The biggest surprise for me right now so far is the Hazard Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with Jim. Extra point try, and it's knocked down. Picked off by the Cougars, and you cannot return those.
Yeah. Otherwise, Dawson Kinser would have picked up 2 points.
Yes, he would have. And that, we'll just leave it here, guys, with a minute 14, 30-14. And like we said, this game was closer than that 30-14 score.
And you can see the improvement in the running game that Bell County has since last week.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
They continue to do what Coach Hilton has continuously done in his career, and that's win football games.
Yeah, you know, I just got one in the Holy War. Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian are playing, and right now LCA leads Catholic 7-6.
7-6.
Saw Doug Charles on TV the other morning and thought about him from Pikeville.
Yeah.
And so Holy War. Yeah, that's a nice one. Paris scores a touchdown, and it is now Hazard 36-26 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, I want to be honest with you. There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of new white jerseys on the field. Not one, not two, but 11.
11.
And the thing is, with this turf, though, it's hard to tell. Like back in the day, you know, we play, you come in, your grass
got
make
mud
it,
and
let's
dirt,
make it
neon. You'd have rocks sticking up on you.
Yeah.
I love neon.
Here's the kick, and Cougars will take this one, and
Random
he goes
gets down
down
with it.
Yeah, they've got time. Minute 12. Why not let's put another score on the board? Absolutely.
2-minute game.
Yeah.
You know, it's still 2 scores, but they're going to have to score really, really quickly.
Absolutely.
And then they're going to have to do the onside kick. Unlike NFL, you don't have to tell them that you're going to do an onside kick.
I don't even
Which
know what
traditionalists, I watched it last night, and I thought I would barf.
Yeah.
Some of the kickoff stuff.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Yep.
I'm really old.
Holbrook will take the snap. Williams beside him, wide outs each way, and here we go. Cougars got it down to the 50-yard line, 49. It'll be second and down coming up.
Clock's going to continue.
Yeah, Dawson Kinser catches the little safety screen out here on the left and gets about 7 yards.
Dawson showing a little speed there. Makes his move. Holbrook.
And they're going to have a flag, and it's
somebody was in the neutral zone.
Lined up in the neutral zone.
Yep. And
that's going to be a first down, looks like, guys.
Yeah, it is. So 50 seconds, 51 to go. And Coach Hilton trying to get all of his kids in the game. He is really subbing and trying to get them in. As Holbrook will drop back and make the throw. It's caught and out of bounds at the 40. It's going to be third down coming up for the Cougars in about 6. Second down, my bad. I'm not good at math, especially after 10 o'clock.
It's usually my bedtime, 10 o'clock.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and there's the Gavin Brown.
Hey, there he is, and he goes down to 28. Is Gavin makes a nice move there, and first down and 10 coming up for the Cougars as they will get set in their offensive play as wideouts each way. Williams will be back there, but now you can bet the pass is coming in play. And the Cougars have got a man. It's Gavin almost there, and a good breakup there by the Bobcats.
Bell is just so long back there.
They are long back there.
You know, that's Brigman, that's 6'4".
Yeah.
And he broke on the ball.
And it was a great pass.
It was open.
Yeah.
He was open, and then all of a sudden,
nice
he's
pass,
there,
too.
knock it away.
Had a good pass, and it was right on line. That was just a heck of a defensive play to knock it away as Cougars will try it again here on the 28. Holbrook getting ready. A lot of air on that last pass, and let's see if Cougars can get another score on it. Looking down the middle, he'll run, and he gets the pass off, and it's picked off by Bell County. And
that's the ball game.
That's going to be the ball game. Yep. And 30-14 is going to be her score as you will see the Bobcats go down in a victory formation here.
I was wrong about the Holy War. Sorry, it was Pikeville and LCA, and Pikeville led LCA 7-6. Corbin played Lexington Catholic. 56-22 Corbin.
Yeah. Corbin.
Yeah, they don't play. I believe right now they could win the ACC.
Definitely win the OVC. I don't know. It depends on if Western and Eastern decides which jerseys they're going to wear. Well, we don't know what they're going to wear.
Victory formation. That's going to be the last play. That's probably going to do it, folks.
Yeah.
And it's a good football game, guys.
Yes, it was.
Good football game. I thought Cougars held their own tonight.
And they're going to be discouraged.
Yeah,
the Cougars are going to be discouraged.
And they'll have to get their head up and go to Daniel Field and
Bell County's going to go back, and they're going to be riding high on the hog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two big wins,
Hoyt County and
two big wins in a row for Bell County.
Yeah. And so the beat will go on, and a good ball game night. Final thoughts, Manus Blair.
Final thoughts. Letcher Central doesn't get any easier next weekend. They go to the Holler. Saw some good stuff from Letcher Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that are correctable.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the inside run game of Letcher Central tonight.
Between Johnson and
Williams. Really
Yes.
looked good.
Yeah.
The short passing game was good. Just could not capitalize in the red zone, and that cost them.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Want to remind everyone, Friday night, Daniel Field, tune in for that one, as Hometown 24 will go down and have the Cougars and Bulldogs on. For Josh Cornyn on controls, Mr. William did the camera tonight, did a good job for us, and we appreciate him. For Manus Blair, Jim McCauley, I'm David Adams. We'll see you